3 weeks late in a row?
No. 3 weeks to grow this beard.
Oh, 3 weeks to grow the beard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next year he'll be Santa Claus on the show.
No.
I
I only rock the beard during the wintertime. Keeps the
Dude,
face
I
warm when I'm out fishing in the
respect it.
cold.
I honestly respect it. When I went back in the days, I could grow a beard. I was the same way.
Beard game strong.
It keeps the face warm when you're out. I tell you what,
you and I can't say shit, right? I mean,
I'm not
really
saying. I'm
can't
talking
say-
about Paul. I'm not
No.
saying nothing.
there's a noticeable difference when you're out fishing in the cold with having a beard and not.
Dude.
When it's like 35,
I believe
when it's
that.
like 35 degrees out, yeah, that wind don't hit your face quite as harsh.
I'm gonna
So,
share
That being said, it was cold as fuck on Saturday.
With that being said, welcome to another Friday night episode of Bass and Beer Radio, the Friday Night Shenanigans. I'm here
Shenanigans?
with the boys, Shenanigans,
Degeneration X.
Anyway,
It's already gonna be
and-
one of those kind of shows.
Yeah, tonight we're going to talk about some power poles. We're going to talk about raptors. We're going to talk about talons because I'm thinking about ordering a pair. Tony's thinking about ordering a pair. Paul's got a pair. Greg just got a pair.
I got a big pair.
Paul's got a massive pair. Giant. Walnut-sized pair.
It's about about like that.
You say a pair size.
like meteorite size is what we're
Yeah.
saying. We're
Yeah,
going.
like this.
Okay.
If you put both hands around them.
But
We're talking about power balls, of course.
we appreciate y'all joining us again for another Friday night of some just good old fashioned nonsense.
Somebody just picked up a blunt.
That,
You know I can't do that.
that is a pencil.
It is. It is a pencil.
That's a pencil.
But I guess we'll kind of jump right into it. So let me jump the gun just a moment here. So jack plates. You have a hydraulic jack plate. Obviously, you have a hydraulic jack
I
plate.
do
as well.
not. I have a manual jack
Oh,
plate.
I thought really.
Really?
I thought yours was hydraulic. The
Yeah.
reason I'm saying this is because
Cheap.
you pretty much everybody that's going to put poles on their boat is going to use a jack plate, unless you're just going to sandwich it on there, which most people kind of don't do anymore. I
feel like you're just murdering the performance of your boat if you don't have a jack plate on at this point.
Depends
And
on the boat.
I speak for, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're a bass boat, I'm talking about bass boats.
It depends on the bass boat. There are some bass boats that run better without a jack plate.
Which
I
ones?
mean, really, your jack, like some of the smaller Tritons, like the
Grants, like
not Tritons, the Stratus, like
Oh,
the Stratus, like
the-
185. Or is it the
and-
185, 285?
the 185, the
I think it's a
176.
285. I think it's a 285.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
That's
even my
okay,
John
interesting.
boat ran noticeably better once I put a jack plate on it.
Well, you get more bow lift. So the farther back your engine sits, the more bow lift you're going to get.
Right.
So, I mean, if you have a problem getting bow lift, then a jack plate's definitely going to help you. But you have to get the right size jack plate for the boat. And that really comes from talking to people with more experience than you.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the reason I bring it up is because I've been doing a lot of research on jack plates. I'm actually very close to pulling the trigger on one. And the one that I've actually decided I'm probably going to get, a lot of people probably never heard of, which I know sounds bad, but just hear me out, right? So,
You always come up with these crazy.
like the
it's,
shock,
it's almost like a get rich.
Yeah.
it's like the reverse pyramid scheme.
I don't.
But,
Where do you go down like the black holes of the dark internet and you
Dude.
find these companies?
And then, he finds one person that says it's great.
Yeah.
It's like finding that
The
one
guy that made this plate said it is fantastic.
It's like the one
It's like
guy
finding
that
that
likes
one-
carrot sticks. Me and him are bros.
It's
Yeah.
like finding that one doctor that says smoking is good.
What's up, Jason, and what's
What do
going
you mean
on,
it's
Martin?
not good. What?
Smoking cigarettes is not good. Yes.
Says who?
Says everyone.
Fuck everyone. This is the same people
Hey!
that probably. Well, we're not gonna get into that. Anyway, so the company.
I'm pretty sure we cannot argue that cigarettes are bad for you.
No, it's strictly bad for you. But anyway, so the company that I found is they were actually recently, I don't know how recently, but within the last number of years, they were acquired by TH Marine. So it's technically a parent. TH Marine is a parent organization, but the company is called CMC Jack Plates. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I have heard of them.
So basically, it's a little bit less, right? So you get all the functions of a hydraulic jack plate. The travel range of motion is the same. The setbacks are a little bit different distances. I think they're in half inches. So you get me personally, I'd be getting a 5.5 because my range are only good.
So is it like Jap?
No, it's American made. If that's what you were asking, right?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's American made. But mine. So most jack plates go multiples of 2 inches, right? So you like your
It's a Rob's hydraulic.
yeah, right. But it so like it's like Bob starts at 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I think does it go up to 14 Bobs
Yeah,
maybe?
you can get a 14.
So but this one it's in I believe it's in 2-inch increments, but it's every half inch. So I would be getting a 5.5 CMC, which probably not the huge difference, whatever. But anyway, it
I would
essentially
think you would need an 8 for your boat.
no, because mine already has that transom setback built into the boat. That's why it only needs a 6
Interesting.
at most. So you can put a 4 on it and still get plenty out of it. But essentially, long story short,
But what about up and down travel?
it's all the same range? That's all the same. So 8 inches of travel, no matter what. The 2 differences for it compared to other jack plates is number one, it's slower. So that lateral travel slower. I don't really care, right?
I would.
I don't for the money that I'm going to save. It's going to save like $500 on the purchase. So
You gotta-
Paul's racing fish.
Well, think about it. If you're coming out of like the forbidden zone and
Mhm.
you come around the corner and
That's
you want to
true.
get on plane, you have it all the way up. Do you really want to wait 30 seconds for that bitch to go all the way back down, or do you just want to go down and take off?
now, I mean, like when I say slower, it's not like a snail's pace. It's slower, but it's not like okay, any fucking day.
It's
now.
not taking you out of
Right.
the game.
Exactly.
You're not having to
Um,
slow down just
they're-
because your jack
they're-
is not quick enough.
It's everything I've read on them. They're extremely reliable. I mean, they're very, very reliable jack plates. And again, I get into a hydraulic jack plate for $1,100.
It's all hydraulic. It's not like an electric motor.
Well, it is. It's an all enclosed. So
Okay.
the technology's been kept up on it. It's not some old forgotten product that's just kind of sitting there. The only thing that I wasn't sure about in the beginning was so most jack plates, your TH Marines, Atlases, your Bobs or whatever, your pole brackets go onto the actual jack plate itself.
Right.
This jack plate does not work that way. So this jack plate, you actually have to install sandwich brackets between the transom and the jack plate,
Yeah, fuck that.
and then put your poles on it. So that's the only thing I wasn't sure about. I read up on it, and people were like, "It doesn't matter." I called a few dealers, and I'm like, I mean, it's kind of the old school way. It's not going to affect the performance of anything. It's just a little different. I actually know a few guys that have it.
It will affect the performance of your power poles, because the farther back you have your power poles set, the more efficient they're going to be. Think of it like a circle,
Right.
So the farther back they set, the more it's going to keep your boat, in position.
Right.
So, even though it's only going to be, it's going to be about 4 inches. That 4 inches is a big difference.
Right.
That's what she said.
So here's my question with that. So I hear what you're saying. Power pole.
Do you feel me, dog?
I do dog. No, but power pole actually does make specific brackets for every application. So I call it power pole. I'm like, hey, if I go with this jack plate, you have brackets for this, correct? And like, absolutely. This, that, and the other. They're actually longer for that reason. So the pole itself, now the bracket's a little bit bigger, but the pole itself is still sitting in relatively the same spot versus whether it was. So
I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, that's the only thing that to me is slightly like, I don't know. But given that I only have a 6-inch jack plate anyway, even if I go with Raptors, which are all the same brackets, how much difference is it really going to be? I mean, you're talking about at most a 2 to 3 inch buffer.
Yeah. But still, I mean, 2 to 3 inches is it does make a big difference when you're talking about like radius of a circle.
Right.
I would.
Is that you're talking about back set?
For that,
Yeah.
like I don't. If it's that much cheaper and it's just as good, more people would be running them.
Right. Well, it's not that it's because it's definitely not just as good, right? It's not new, and they don't claim that it is. It's the travel speed is slower. The bells are like you don't get gauges with it. You know what I mean?
So what is the
If it
not
doesn't
to
have
cut you,
gauges,
but
I would
what
100% no deal.
what is the
Right.
freaking
Because
price
you won't
difference
be able-
in this?
Well, it has the measuring tape on the back. It doesn't
But
have
if
the
you're
gauge
trying
on the
to
dash.
if you're trying to take off or you're trying to run, you can't look back and see where your jack plate is. You need to have a gauge. You really need to have a gauge to know, like, because you'll figure out when you have an adjustable jack plate that say at like, at at 4, if it's like a 1 to 10 scale, depending on which one you have. Some of them measure in inches, some of them are just like a 1 to 10 scale.
Right.
If you have to be at 4 for your boat to run optimal on plane, if you're a half off on either way, your boat's going to run like shit.
Right.
I have very limited experience actually with this, as due to the condition of my boat. However, I will say in the small amount of time that I did have to run it and use the hydraulic jack plate, even though it did not really change the performance of my boat, using the gauge on the console to gauge where my jack plate was while I was testing was much more better, and it was just a lot better and a lot more consistent in my testing than me having my back cranked around trying to stare.
Right. Trying to see
going out and see where I am.
Am I at 2.5 or 3.5 while you're trying to look back over your shoulder to know where you're at, especially once you get up
on a Sunday while all the pleasure boat retards are coming straight at you.
Let's look one up. Maybe there is a gauge option. I just missed it. I feel like there might be.
If there's no gauge option,
What is
that's
it?
CMC Charlie Mike Charlie jack plate. I don't just keep going. The TH Marine one. See right there at the bottom.
Right here.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a manual jack plate.
Oh shit. Well, just search CMC in this bar, I guess.
That's what I've heard of from the manual jack plates.
It's the
CMC power
lift hydraulic.
Yep, that'd be it.
So, but what's the CMC power lift the hydraulic high?
All right. So which one are you looking at?
Do
the 1600?
We're gonna go to the.
That's the 10-inch. So go back.
Click the 5.5.
Oh yeah, do the
10-inch without gauge. See, they don't have the gauge option available.
Is it okay? So it's either sold out.
They're probably sold out.
Click the 5.5 at the bottom. So it's 1179.
Mm-hmm.
And what's good? Just pull up an Atlas.
Atlas is going to be at least $600.
We're on the same website. You could have just went back. It's $400.
Does that come with the gauge though?
Just having the ability to have a gauge.
Yeah, because they're sold out or whatever right now.
Click and it looks like they're out of everything there. And then that makes it. Click the 6-inch. That'd be more. 1519.
So it's about $500.
$400. I would pay the extra.
I would recommend it.
Look up Bob's.
You're going to go even higher than that. You're looking at probably another $700.
I think I
to go to a
priced
Bob's.
out Bob's at like $1,500.
You also have a Detweiler too.
But Bob's is unarguably.
Yeah, Bob's is probably the best. Bob's.
I would say Bob's and then Atlas.
All right, and then.
Oh, we're on 10, so we're already on a 10. Let's go back to.
Just go up. Go to Action Series jack plate rate up to 300 horsepower. Yeah. So
the 6.
The 6.
So it starts at 1550.
Same price as that was.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
Yeah, but hold on.
I would do the extra 400 and go with the Bob's, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought it had a gauge on it. Does this one come with a gauge though? Is the question.
Hang on. Scroll down.
I believe you have to purchase the gauge.
So that's okay.
Jack plate height gauge.
Oh yeah, you have to. It's $250 for the gauge.
Damn. So now we're at 17 something. So let's say I got so if I could get the CMC with a gauge.
That gauge is worth $600.
For real?
Just knowing where your jack plate is without having to turn around and look.
I'd agree.
Especially what if it's pouring? What if it's pouring down rain? I mean, like,
what if you're running 3 footers?
Torrential downpour. Exactly. You're running 3 footers, and then you just have to play it by feel.
And think about it, dude. Martin's running 18-foot boat. You're 19-foot, almost 20.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I would definitely look into a Bob's if they're the same price as the Atlas. It's worth the extra money. And Bob's customer service is.
Yeah, I have heard the good things about the customer service. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, I'm kind of weeding through this. I wish you guys could see my Excel document. It's got literally like 50,000 different price scenarios.
Dude, you've got to teach me how to use Excel.
Yeah, I got you. Have I ever showed you like my Excel wizardry? Paul's probably better at it than me.
You sent me the workout schedule.
I don't-
like Excel.
I don't know how to use Excel. I don't know what you're talking about.
He's lying.
Yeah, you're.
I did tell Tony how to fix his spreadsheet once.
Which one was that? Was that my?
The cost one.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, you can just do this. And he goes, oh.
But so I guess we'll get down to it now. So the power poles versus raptors versus talons, right? So
I will say this right up front, diehard power pole.
I'm pretty much diehard power pole too. However, I will. Talons are pretty much not in the option for me. I'm aluminum. Talons are heavy.
Right. Okay. So I will tell. It's actually not really that much heavier.
No.
It's like 2 pounds. That being said, I have coming from someone who's dealt with both Minn Kota customer service and PowerPole customer service alone. I'm 100% PowerPole. I love Johnson Outdoors. I have an Ultrex. I have 3 Humminbird units.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love them. PowerPole's customer service is the best customer service I've ever had. I was pre-fishing for a Thursday nighter on a Monday, broke a spike, and had the spike at my door on Wednesday. Told them I had actually it was the summer solstice.
Oh, that's the big one too. That's the one that matters.
Right. So it was the summer solstice. I told them I had a tournament on Friday. They said no problem. And on Wednesday, I had a new spike in my door.
I mean, customer service straight up sells, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
That's kind of what keeps me bounded too.
No,
I
you know
don't.
what? It was a Thursday nighter because I was putting it on in the parking lot.
I remember. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, I remember doing it. Yeah. I will say, I don't have the power pole experience, but from everybody that I talked to in the discussion of Talons, Raptors, power poles, is that the customer service alone from power poles is just.
Yeah.
It's just completely different from anything
What's
else.
going on,
And the
people?
only thing that not to jump to is just the same exact topic, but not to jump somewhere else. The only thing that bound me from thinking differently from power poles to the Raptors was if I was using Humminbird, because I think Humminbird can actually connect to the Raptors.
It can, and there's some cool features that you can do with that.
How much can you do with power poles that just go up and down?
So what you can do?
What's up, Pete?
What you can do with Raptors and Talons, you can actually set your navigate functions. So if you have a waypoint and you're within a certain distance, I can't remember exactly how far it is, but if you're within a certain distance of a waypoint, I can go to that waypoint on my unit, change some options, and then my fucking boat will navigate to that waypoint and put my poles down without me doing anything. I could be sitting there. I could be sitting there every time.
Cool.
That being said, I can tell you that I have used that navigate to waypoint function twice.
Yeah,
and
I was going to
both
say.
times was just trying.
Yeah.
I was going to say, at what point though is it too much?
I feel like when you're talking about that, it's the same thing as when you get into trolling motors. When you go into the Ultrex with your iPilot link.
Yes.
And then you're everybody's like, oh my gosh, it'll run you down the bank this many times. You don't have to do anything. And then you'll only use it twice.
Yeah. The only thing that I use my iPilot link for is heading sensor. Because you can pull the heading sensor from your trolling motor to your units. Units don't have built-in heading sensors.
Right.
So the puck, you have one for your
I did not install the puck.
Right. So if you had installed the puck and you had a Humminbird unit and they were linked together, you can use that heading sensor on your Helix units so that your unit is always going to show the direction you're pointing.
Oh, okay, right on.
And I use that constantly.
That's actually a really important.
That actually sounds
when you're trying to
very
be vertical and fish, dude. That's fucking horrible.
I think it's even more casting because I know if I have say I have a rock pile marked on my unit and I'm sitting still, that rock pile is here, but my boat might be facing this way.
So wait, what is this called again? This is is this in the link feature with the?
It's one of the link features. So it's just networking you network your trolling motor to your units, and it allows.
But this is only through Humminbird.
Yes, I mean you can. I don't know if I won't say it's only for Humminbird. I'm not familiar enough with the Garmin and Lowrance trolling motors to know if you can do it with that. But
I have the puck. I could install it. Actually, it's link only. I don't have the link.
Yeah, if
system.
you don't have a link,
I don't have link, so it doesn't matter.
There is some other cool stuff that you can do with it. So with iPilot Link, you can, if you have a waypoint and you want to circle that waypoint, you can pull up the remote, punch in how far you want to circle from it. So if you want to do like 100 feet, and your trolling motor will do circles around that fucking waypoint, which can be good for like fishing a grass bed, because it'll just
maybe like out on the flats or something, but depending on where you are,
it's not a feature that I've played around with because I really haven't found like a real use for it in my style of fishing.
There's a lot of features that come on a lot of these units and some of these trolling motors now that are not functional for the kind of fishing that some people do in specific areas.
Dude, like honestly, I almost wonder like how much is too much with this stuff. Like
Contour?
You're talking about getting to your spot and then it automatically pulls down. It's like it's just a lot for me.
How can you utilize all that while trying to focus on fishing and step from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
So it's all about your experience with it. So the more you use it, the more familiar you are with it, and the more natural it becomes.
Right.
Just like somebody who's used a lot,
it's like muscle memory.
Say like somebody who's used LiveScope for 5 years, since it came out. I just got LiveScope. Obviously, they're going to be way more efficient at using LiveScope than I am. Just like riding a bike. The first time you get on a bike, you're wobbly, training wheels falling down. You ride it 4 or 5 times, you're blowing up and down the street.
See, my thing is like, now obviously, I mean, I gave up my aspirations to become a professional fisherman.
Why?
A lot, because I did when I did a full season of the college tour. Mm-hmm. We traveled for a year, and it just wasn't for me. Like now I wasn't very good back then. Not saying I'm good now, but it definitely wasn't good back then. And
did you give up your dream of being a professional fisherman, or did you give up your dream of being a professional tournament fisherman? Because there's a lot of different
tournament fishermen
in this day and
tournament
age.
Fishermen.
There's a lot of different
venues
within the fishing industry where you can still be a professional fisherman, whether it be
a guy,
whether it be guiding, content creation.
Social media.
You're absolutely correct.
So many different.
I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because I will further clarify tournament fishermen, and the reason why is because
I live the fish tournaments.
So I love fishing tournaments, dude. Like
that's what gets me off.
I would love to just be that fun dude that makes content that people follow.
Fishing
honestly, that's what I would like.
But like, I mean, when you're booking a week-long trip to go to a place like Kentucky and you go there, and I'm not saying like I fucking sucked as a fisherman back then. I'll be the first one to tell you. But either way, I went up there for a week and I caught like 3 fish in a week. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
How much time did you spend studying maps before you went?
I mean, I'm not going to say not a lot of time, but it wasn't an insignificant amount of time. I mean, like, put it this way. The tournament was in like middle of March. We had a fishing meeting with the closest in college. Every single week we had a meeting for an hour, and we looked at the map for an hour.
Just being on like Navionics,
so,
looking at contours.
Yeah, and then the guy, our coach, was a fucking won multiple team tournaments on Kentucky Lake back in the day. So it's not like we were just looking at the map like all totally blind. Like this dude would be like, yep, I want a tournament here. I want a tournament here. This spot's good in the spring. They like to load up on this point. It was like that level of detail. So we still sucked. I was like,
I will tell you, one of the things that I don't do is look where other tournaments were won. When I'm going to a new body of water and I'm looking at a map, I don't pay attention to where tournaments are won, because you're trying to chase somebody else's bite.
Yep.
And we've talked about that a lot. Trying to chase somebody else's bite it's not
right.
You have to fish to your strengths. The first time that I went to Deep Creek, well before the tournament ever came out, I had over 200 waypoints marked of places that I was going to check out. And the funny thing is, like, I picked out like the 5 what I thought were going to be the 5 best spots. I've never been there before. Talked to my buddy who had fished there the year before. He's like, come over. I'll show you some spots where I caught fish. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm fine doing that with him because we fish very much alike. We're in sync. And the 5 waypoints that he gave me were what I had marked as my 5 best waypoints.
So what about using that information for future fishing?
It's a cloudy line.
I mean,
though.
you don't
Like,
go
I
and
will use
like
my
burn people's spots or anything in other tournaments, but I'm saying like
depends on who you're
I will
talking
use
to.
my.
I mean,
yes.
I try to use my own information. I keep a log of every fish that I catch.
If anybody on here sits here right now and tells me that they've been fishing all this time and they've never gotten hints or seen somebody else
absolutely.
fishing somebody else and then somewhere else and then gone and checked it out, you're a bold-faced liar.
Oh fuck yeah! You think
You know what I
you think
mean?
you don't see somebody out in the middle of nowhere and you're like,
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
exactly.
I want to remember that
You
for
know what I
later.
mean?
Like,
Like,
let's see
yeah,
what-
what's over there? Oh, look, there's a hump right here. So you know what I mean?
yeah, no,
No, for sure. That's and that's just part of fishing.
Yes.
That's always going to be part of fishing.
Curiosity
like
killed the cat, no matter what.
Anybody who says otherwise,
that and my 22. Oh, never mind. We can't say that.
anybody who says
We cut
otherwise,
that
like you said, they're lying to themselves if they say that they've never done that. I try when I'm preparing for a tournament, I keep track of every fish that I catch, right? Just about. Sometimes I lose count if you have a really good day, like you lose track of like everything. But I keep track of like water temperature. What was the water temperature? What was the time of year? What bait was I throwing? What was the size fish that I'm catching? It's all in Excel spreadsheet. I can, before I'm going to say I'm going down to the Potomac in the spring and I'm going down to pre-fish, I will go. We're going down I'm going down in May this year. So May, Potomac, and I'll sort it by May and Potomac, and I'll look at everywhere that I caught fish in May, and that'll give me a starting point for my pre-fishing. I'm not saying that I'm not narrowing myself to those areas, but it's better than going in blind, and I know that those areas are going to match my style of fishing. If you read that Joe Schmo won a tournament fishing
Oh my god!
Fucking chair, dude. What's wrong with this thing?
Is there a frog in here?
I know, right? It sounds like you step on a toad. So
Please.
there is a frog. Reaction Innovation Swamp Donkey.
Oh no, I think the swamp donkey part is right.
So yeah, I mean, if you go by like, oh, this tournament was, this Elite Series tournament was won here on a Carolina rig and in 15 feet of water, you got about a 50-50 shot of that guy was actually throwing a Carolina.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. So there's so much like
especially if you're going older. Like it's a little harder to hide it now. When they have so much live coverage and there's cameras everywhere. But yeah, I know guys for a fact, and we talked about this when we were at Lake Anna, that Jason brought this up, and when somebody asked him, what'd you catch him on? Shaky head. Like who's gonna not believe that you caught him on shaky head? Yeah, that makes sense.
Meanwhile, in reality though, like
the dude's burning traps.
You gotta look. I've also learned to like, not that I'm like totally like trying to burn what people are using, but when you look at people and you're like, oh, what you got going on? Like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm doing this, and then you look at their rod and you're like, you're not throwing a fucking shaky head on that.
You see
it's a freaking broom pole in your hand. Like,
you see, next thing you know, you see him 100 yards away.
Burning that chatterbait.
It's got a paddle tail on the back of it.
So I just thought about
burning that chatterbait through the grass.
I need to hear your guys. All right, so is Make Jarton on? I hope he is, because I'm gonna call him out right now.
Make Jarton.
Make Jarton, right?
Make Jarton.
You're getting called out.
He said he can throw a frog further than me.
Well,
thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thanks,
you're
hon.
drinking those.
I
I'll
am.
bring you one of those.
It's okay. I'll drink it. Hell yeah.
Thanks, baby.
You're welcome.
So you fish with me. We fish together more.
I will say.
Hey, look, Rob's on. What's up, Rob?
What's going on, Rob?
Rob taking care of his job.
I won't say that he can't. I will say that he will be hard pressed to. I'm not saying he can't. I mean, it's possible.
Which reel? You're talking about? Oh my god! Like I even hate to muster this right now. You're talking about your Ardent frog reel.
Oh yeah.
Those Arden reels cast a mile.
He does cast it a mile. He really does. But God, I hate those. Okay, so I can't even say I hate them. I can't even say I hate them because I haven't even used them. But here's what I will say: when we're fishing, the noises
Oh, they make
that
noise.
come out of
They
your
make noise.
reels.
They make
Just
lots of noise.
instantly, like as soon
Well,
as I heard the noises, I was like, never.
That's probably because his bearings haven't seen oil in like 8 years.
No. They haven't seen oil ever.
That too. He's like, let's stand correction. Still have not oiled.
Correct. I take, when I take them apart, when I hear shit grinding, I'm like, that doesn't sound too good.
I do still have one ardent reel that hasn't died yet. And I will say it's on my light topwater rod, and I can cast a 1/4 ounce popper pretty damn far with that thing. That being said, it's still a giant piece of shit.
I don't know. I stick by it.
You pick that thing up in your hand and it just feels like a piece of shit. Like that's.
Do you know what model it is off the top of your head?
It's the black one, the black and red one.
That's the Apex Pro 7.3-1.
Yeah, probably. It's like the $120 one.
Yes,
like regular price.
Yep.
Dustin, ardent reels have a self-destruct timer.
Yeah.
So actually, let me say this, right? And I'll be the first one to tell you that, like, I love my ardent reels. Dude, you got to do something about these frogs.
It sounded like it. Why did it sound like it was outside?
Did you hear that? He broke the sound barrier of the microphone.
Oh, you've been trilling
side of the wall.
Look, bro, when that hits me, like Paul's leaving.
Look, I'm just telling you.
I'm just laughing so hard.
You thought throwing your voice was impressive.
Don't make me inhale.
He just threw a fart.
I'm telling you.
Threw a fart.
I'm telling you. But anyway, to get back to it, I love my ardent reels. You guys that fish with me, I'm one of the few people that's on the Ardent Pro set that actually uses majority Ardent gear. Like 90% of my shit's Ardent rods and reels. I like it. Like
I'm
I like
also on the Ardent Pro staff, and I do not throw Ardent.
So I love their shit. Their bait casters, in my opinion, are way nicer than their spinning rods. Their spinning reels are nice, but they fall the fuck apart.
Speaking of Ardent Pro staff, we should go down to Gaston for that tournament.
Wait, what? Am I missing something?
There's an Ardent Pro staff.
Is it a team tournament?
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
I think it's on Gaston.
When?
It's either on it's on Norman. I think it's on Norman.
That's that's
March.
Spotted Bass Lake.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going all of March. I told you. Remember? You weren't here. I told Chad I'm going all of March. I'll be tuning in. I'll have to call in from
loser.
I'll have to call in from fucking barracks.
How on earth
do
you pick the United States military?
Why not?
Over bass fishing.
Because if it wasn't for the United States military, I wouldn't have any fucking money to bass fish.
That's not true. You could win tournaments.
Also,
I can't though.
I'm pretty sure that if he goes bass fishing instead of going to his military duties, he goes to jail.
That is correct. that's kind of a minor setback.
All right. If Scuba Steve is watching, I'm calling him out right now because I texted him and I said, log on to Bass and Beer. He says, I'll check it out. I said, I want to have you on really bad. He says, when we win a Thursday nighter, he's going to come on Bass and Beer Radio. When me and Scuba Steve win a Thursday nighter, Scuba Steve is going to come on Bass and Beer. So he might never come on Bass and Beer Radio.
I'm glad you said it because I was going to.
Oh, it's in May and it's on Jordan.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
What day of the week?
It's in Jordan.
Dude, I'll save up my leave. I don't care.
It's May 27th.
Oh my God, I think I have drill that weekend. Yo, I swear to God. I really think I have drill that weekend. Fuck. Hold on.
I could probably make that happen. I don't know what my other schedule looks like, my other obligations, but
no, dude, I'm open that weekend.
Let me check I gotta check my calendar.
May 27th, I'm open.
It's a long drive.
I don't give a fuck. I'll do it. I have a diesel truck. We'll get there. Maybe.
No, I'm just saying. We'll take my truck. I trust it
because we want to get there.
I'm not trying to break down,
but yeah, no, dude. Like, oh my God, that would be cool as shit. I would actually enjoy doing that. So when I went to
there's giants in Jordan.
That's where what's his name called it tried to boat flip a 9-pounder and it like hit the side of the boat.
Andy Montgomery
3 times. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. One of my favorite clips ever.
Because it was in the last like 10 seconds of the period.
Yep. But
I will say that Jordan. So on Jordan Lake, there was a guy 2 years ago who fished 2 weekend tournaments in a row and weighed in 40 sacks.
Yeah, I remember that. Dude, that would be cool, man. So like here's the thing for me, right? I've said this multiple times. I really like my Ardent products. People give me shit. I don't care. I throw the bait further than you, Jake, Make, Jarton, whatever the fuck your name is. But so what really kind of sold it for me, other than the fact that they were the first sponsor that the college team had.
Not that far away.
It's like 6.5 hours, right?
Rob has faith in me. He says, I got one this year.
I'm looking at 5 hours and 12 minutes.
Dude, let's do it. I'm down. But anyway,
I gotta check my other stuff. Like I got other obligations and stuff. So
when I went to ICAST in 2019, I think it was 2018. It's 2018. The people that I went with, they made the jerseys for the college team and a bunch of other college teams. I actually referred the jersey company to 3 or 4 other colleges in Virginia, just guys that I knew through fishing the series.
Which company?
OT jerseys. They do Scott Martin. They do Jimmy Houston, Jacob Porosnik. They do a lot of college, high school teams. So that was his thing, because he really wanted to get on the youth market, because he's the guy who owns it, Mr. Keith Pittman. He's a serious fisherman, really great guy. But he basically said, look, you pay for your flight ticket. I got you guys tickets into the show. Tickets into the show, by the way, are like not cheap. But we were essentially ambassadors. Like we had to work X amount of hours.
Tickets to the show. You can't just get
you have to be an exhibitor. So,
but you have to get tickets from an exhibit,
and they're not cheap either. Like for every person you bring in, it's like additional like $1,000. But like I have to talk. But we do a whole show about that, dude. I got so many pictures from ICAST. It was great. But
I remember when you went to ICAST.
Lots of fun. Got interviewed. I was on Carico TV. Not that anyone gives a fuck, but anyway.
Carico TV.
Yeah.
What is that?
So
did you make like chicken and biscuits?
No. So I get what the Cliff Notes version is. When I was starting a college team, there's a gentleman who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. His name is Wade Middleton. You may recognize him because he's actually the guy that did the Ranger 520R reveal. Always wears a visor, curly brown hair.
We're not that into Ranger. I mean, I'm not.
Hey, but anyway,
we are going to see what happens.
So
shortly.
Anyway,
we will know how into Ranger Chad is in about 2 weeks.
I emailed, dude. I went out on a fucking.
He could be very not.
I'm either gonna love Ranger. I'm either gonna really not.
I went on to the collegiate.
I like Ranger about as much as I like coons.
Raccoons.
Coons.
Please clarify that for the viewers, for fuck's sake.
Holy shit!
Where he bought his
he
bought his truck, in case anyone was wondering. You know how bad that sounded out of your mouth? Holy shit, that was fucking funny.
This podcast is banned off the internet.
Oh my god!
In all fullness right now.
Oh man,
we are going down a really dark road. No pun intended.
It's getting worse.
For the record,
Rob just said ouch.
I am talking about Coons Chevrolet White Marsh.
Oh.
And they are giant pieces of shit.
Well, now that everyone logged off, we'll clarify it.
Oh, hell no. We probably got more viewers.
Probably. But
they're like, yeah, we want to watch this shit burn down.
So long story short is, literally, I knew nothing about college bass fishing, starting a team, whatever. I Googled fucking college bass fishing, and the first thing that comes
up. Martin out here quoting Forrest Gump.
So I fucking Google this shit, and U.S. collegiate bass comes up, and it takes you to the link of Carico because they sponsor one of the bass divisions, and it says email this link. It's like info@collegebass.com, and I literally email, hey, I'm trying to start a team. What do I do? And I get a phone call from this guy. He's like, my name's Wade Middleton. I don't know who the fuck he is. We're just talking. Dude, we talked for like 2 hours. Like, where are you from? This, that, fishing, all this, that, and the other. I'm like, that guy was super cool. Like, years later, I go to ICAST, and he is, like, running the fucking show at the Carico booth, which is the biggest booth at the show. It was on mute, dude. You gotta play. That's weird.
Oh not playing it again.
No, we don't need to hear you farting.
But
I don't know
anyway,
why. You're way too obsessed with Tony's farts.
That video
is funny.
is hilarious.
the video is pretty good.
That video is hilarious.
That one is pretty.
But anyhow, long story short is I have a lot of respect for that man. He helped me out a lot. But
Black Frogs, man.
But to get back to the whole thing, when I went, I was there, and Arden was right next to us, the booth next to us. So I went over there and I talked to the guy. Matt Burks is the name. Is the at least he was at the time. I don't know if he still is.
I was looking at that dude's name.
But he was like immediately as soon as I was wearing my VMI hat. And he right away he's like, "Oh, are you Tony?" Because I organized the whole thing with VMI, and he's like, "Yeah, man, this and the other." And we talked, and he was super awesome, and it was really cool. He's like, "Man, thanks for coming by. A lot of people are just kind of on the pro staff, but not really, Paul. And it's nice to have people come through and talk, and kind of tell us this, that, and the other, be a part of it. It was just a good experience."
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. When I first got there, I dropped a fair amount of money.
It smells
it wasn't my fault that their product was fucking garbage.
It smells like a fart in here.
It smells like sauerkraut.
It smells like a fart.
That's not from
It
me.
does smell like sauerkraut.
Bro, that's not from me. That's straight sauerkraut.
It smells like sauerkraut.
Oh my god.
Long story short is, as I was graduating college, I emailed Matt and I was like, "Hey, man."
So Rob says, "Please don't play."
So I emailed Matt and I'm like, "Hey, man, thanks for helping the team out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to continue using your stuff in the future."
God, dude, what the fuck have you been
That is
doing,
sauerkraut,
bro?
bro.
That smells like
Someone's
sauerkraut.
Why is this just hitting us like minutes after this has happened?
Hold on a second. Phoebe, are you making sauerkraut?
Oh my god.
What is cooking that smells like cabbage? She
Oh,
made
broccoli.
Oh,
That's
okay,
it.
there it is.
Yeah, there we
We
go.
were
There it
wondering
is.
why it smelled like a fart. All right. Case closed.
Oh my god, dude, I thought that was Tony's ass. And I could not figure out why it took 10 whole minutes.
Bro,
for
you
it
know
to
I
start
don't eat.
smelling,
You
bro,
know I
like-
don't eat vegetables. But anyway, this
It
is
just
long.
seeped
This
out
is
of
the
that chair.
longest long story short ever. But long story short, thanks this, that, and the other. I really appreciate it. He's like, "Look, man, you guys we love working with you. Why don't you want to stay on the pro staff?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I want to stay on the pro staff, dude." I've used their shit ever since. Like they were the first ones that'd be like, "Yeah, we'll help you. Brand new college team. You guys probably suck. Won't ever do anything on the tour, but we don't give a fuck. We're gonna help you out." Like it's not like we're fucking Clemson. We were Virginia Military Institute.
What
Like,
I find the funniest about this is, not to knock anything from you, but this is just my disdain of pro staffs.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're helping you out was the same thing that I got by sending them an email.
Sure. Right. I didn't know that at the time, so
But,
maybe I'm
you
just
know,
biased. I mean, but
And that's just my problem with pro staff. Nothing against them.
It's promotional.
They do give a good deal, but it's not. You see people out here promoting it like, "Oh, Arden's the best. Go Arden. I'm on their pro staff." Well, yeah, you and fucking 5,000.
no, but
I will say Tony will beat Mark Jarton with an Arden reel.
now let me ask you
Casting on
this:
that front.
how many people?
I like I said, I won't.
I will say
I won't say that he can't. I've never fished
that
with him.
reel is going to sound like it is going to explode the entire way through the cast, but it will make it.
So let me ask you this: how many people do you know? We'll even make it art specific that use their shit that say, "Oh, it's the best." Actually, use their shit and not anything else.
I only know 2 people that use Arden stuff pretty personally. I only know 2 people personally that use just Arden stuff, and that's you and Dave Wilder uses Arden reels.
Really?
Does Dave
No
actually
shit.
use Arden reels?
Yep.
Wow, interesting. That's like the last person I would have thought that you were going to say for no particular reason, just extra surprising for some reason.
Yeah, other than yeah,
But
yeah.
And now
Wow.
he did anyway. I don't know if he still does, but yeah,
Very interesting.
Dave used a lot of Arden reels.
really,
So
is that still? I mean, just curious. Is still the situation? Or
I don't know. I honestly I haven't fished with him in a while. So
Damn.
I don't know.
I feel like
Arden
I feel like
I knew
Arden's
Mark was going to say some shit. No, Martin, I'm not switching to that.
That's all in my plan.
I would
Martin. It's
highly
all
recommend
in my
it. I
plan.
would highly recommend it.
I would if you.
Martin wins the internet for tonight.
I did see a bad review on Daiwa the other day, though, which highly surprised me from a guy that cleans reels.
What do you say?
Bro, I have a die with a
He
tap
said
at the
that
back
when
of my
he
truck.
opened up the Daiwa reels in the Tatulas specifically, he felt that they were much cheaper made than others.
Was it
and-
the Tatula 100? Because I would
No,
believe it.
and that it was just they just let a lot of dirt and grime in compared to Shimano's and Lu's and other ones.
That's
but
weird because I see a
it's-
lot of when I clean reels for a couple of people, a couple of friends of mine, and the Shimano has always been the worst for like
Yeah.
getting like grime inside of it.
I mean, I've been running my my Tatula 200 for 2 seasons now, and I don't think I got it clean last year. I might have, but it's
I
it's
usually
fine, and I haven't even cleaned it.
Oh, fuck.
I usually do go every other season.
That's what I
try to do.
I got with all the reels that we have, I try to rotate my seasons on reels. So I try to do like one season I'll do 6 reels, then the next season I'll do the other 6 reels.
See, I use like
You know
all
what I'm
30
saying?
of my rods, so
Yeah.
I'm like it's hard for me to do
The
that.
squeaky
So-
wheel gets the grease. for
It's
me.
way too. You got to do it all by yourself at that point
I
because
do,
it's
yeah.
way too expensive. I'm dropping my stuff off of Real Perfection and having
I'm about to buy some.
Jerry to take care
I'm about
of
to
it.
buy some hog tech bearings.
Dude, what the fuck?
Okay, so I can give you a slight review on that because I
How
have
are they?
3 reels with hog techs in them.
They all right or
They I
Maybe.
So I can say there was one reel that I had hog techs installed in a Corrado 200, and that's actually that one that's sitting up there on the
the
table
one that you don't like because it makes funny noises.
because it makes funny noises. There is hog techs in that.
That being said, that is not a bearing. That is a gear.
Exactly.
So you can't say anything about the bearings on that.
I'm not saying anything about the bearings on it. I put hog tech bearings in my Lexa 300.
I mean, I don't know how tight that spool is right now, but
Oh,
that's just
they're good.
That's pretty
And
good.
I put let me.
Them bearings smooth.
I put hog tech bearings in my one of the first reels I ever owned, the Abu Garcia SX,
Revo SX.
the Revo SX. And I replaced those bearings with hog techs. And I think last year with the hog tech bearings, I was getting more distance out of throwing a frog on it than I ever have.
Yeah, I was thinking.
You have to maintenance those bearings a lot more than you have to maintenance other bearings.
Yeah,
The
because
hog
they don't have-
techs are the ceramic bearings. They're not closed bearings.
Well, they're not. So the hog tech bearings that I'm looking at they're not ceramic bearings, but they don't have they're still steel.
That's
bearings.
a great conversation. Is bearings.
They're
for
still
real.
steel bearings, but they use the racers different. So where the bearings sit is not stainless like it is on normal bearings.
I like them. I recommend. Send it. What do you? I think you're.
I got a couple of-
$20 for a set of bearings.
16.
I think 16.
$8 a piece.
I would.
I
Recommend
got a couple
it.
of Tatula 100s, and I will say that's why I asked you about the Tatula 100.
I looked
because
at Boca's and I decided to go with the hog tech.
the Tatula 100. The bearings are fucking garbage.
The
I don't know
Tula
why.
80, the bearings suck ass. They come dry as hell.
Yeah, mine are the same way. Two of my Tatula 100s. Now I'm not saying I can't just pull it out and oil them up and they'll be fine.
A little bit of Lucas oil.
In case you guys are curious, since I've been on my phone for the last minute, I've been texting Nate Jarton and being like, "Bitch, get on Bass Bears so you can talk shit."
Is he answering?
He's afraid.
He's a bitch.
He's afraid.
You hear that? Chad's calling you a bitch.
He's gonna punch me in the face
Yeah.
with the ramp now.
Like that Chinese dude. Oh, dude, that was the funniest
I'm not
shit
even
ever.
scared of the Chinese dude.
Bro, I thought I was gonna
Remember
see
the
some
guy
Jackie
that was
Chan
angry
shit.
at me at the Thursday nighter because I freaking ran through his fishing lines at the dock and cut like 4 of his rods?
I don't.
Dude, I did that too. Oh my god. Okay, we need to talk about that. Like slight
I
side.
did
All
that.
right, hold up.
I did do that.
Dude, this is like I'm telling you right now. So hold up. First of all, we got eight people watching right now. I need one of you and or Rob to dedicate going out and fishing in the morning and coming back to the ramp this spring and videotaping the fails at the boat ramp. Like I just want somebody to sit with me and enjoy it and also defend me when somebody tries to fight me because I'm videotaping their fucked up fail.
It's all good.
We'll just put it on the yellow tech stick and tie the boat up to the dock and sit there and drink beer.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think
We'll
we
just
could
record it
really
all.
enjoy this. And then on top of that, what were you saying there?
Okay, so like I did the same shit. Like I was coming in one time, I think it was the one that I won actually. And dude, this fucking guy.
Oh yeah.
It's
The
like,
fish lines.
this dude's got like 4 fucking catfish rods
Jackie
out.
Chan.
No, different one. Different one.
It wasn't Jackie Chan.
This was just some regular old dude, and like I didn't see it
He's down there
because
a
he's
lot.
at the dock where the guys that run the tournament stand to like check everybody in, you know. So I'm looking, and then like, oh fuck, there's line, and Buck is up at the front, and I hit reverse, and I said, hey, I'm hitting reverse. And I guess he didn't hear me, so he like halfway stumbled. He got pissed. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm trying not to get this shit in my propeller. He's like, fuck him, cut his lines. I'm like, you don't have to take the prop off, motherfucker. Like,
It only takes 2
30
minutes.
30 seconds to take the
still.
prop off.
But anyway, here's the thing. It says no fishing from the goddamn fucking dock.
So
Number one.
That's why
Some people can't read.
That's why I do not like if I do not feel bad if I fuck with somebody fishing on what
Exactly.
It's really prevalent at Mattawoman. There's a very large sign that says no fishing beyond this point, and you come in to weigh in to tie up your boat, and there's 30 fucking people fishing on this dock. Past the big sign, I mean, this sign's like this fucking big. It says no fishing beyond this point, and there's 30 fucking people down there.
That shit pisses me off.
I park right in front of them on purpose. Like I could have pulled around the back and not bothered. Nope, I pull right up to the fucking front of the dock and tie my boat up. And they get pissed off and they yell at me, and I'll go,
Look at the sign, fucker.
and
Like,
go weigh my fishing. Because
that's exactly what happened to you. That guy was like all wet. He was like, dude, there's a
I mean,
fucking
so
sign.
essentially,
Like-
I did that purposely. So we had a guy at Mariner Point. We came in from a Thursday night.
Dude, I was laughing so
It was
fucking hard.
starting to get. I made it fun. It was starting to
Just
get
laughing
dark.
so
It was starting to get dark.
30 dark. Chad
I
had a few
did not
beers.
see that there
Chad
was
had a
this.
few
There was. Dude, that's not legal. I did not. Yeah, I did. I had I had a bunch of beers. I came back in, and there was an Asian dude sitting on the pier. We're just going to call him Jackie Chan for no reason specifically.
This show's getting fucking canceled.
And Jackie Chan was on the pier, and he had like 4 rods like cast over the pier, and I didn't notice it at the time. I
They're
think
like-
I was just talking to Steve.
They're
when
like
we
fucking
came back in.
Zebco 33s. They're like 150.
I don't even know what they are, man. It didn't matter. But anyways, long story short, I ran through the guy's line on my boat, and I cut all 4 of his lines that he had out on the pier.
He got pissed.
And he got pissed. And he's throwing his arms up in the air, and I look at him, and I was like, bro, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I was like, I didn't see your line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because it's fucking nighttime. You
And-
can't see shit.
and it's
why the
fucking
fuck are you-
nighttime, and he's
I'm
freaking
passionate
out,
about this.
and he's looking at me saying a bunch of shit. And at one point, I looked at him because he didn't stop jawing at me, and I was like, "Wait until I come up to the pier." Hang on.
This is when it got good.
This is when it gets good. I said, "Wait until I come up to the pier. We can talk about this."
See, the best part, let me interject.
And
for
I
a
was
second.
calm. I was calm when I said
Let
this.
me-
I did not
it's
say
true.
this in a threatening manner.
We can talk about this.
So,
This was good.
so Chad, I'm watching this whole thing, and me and Buck, one, we have a fucking box full of big fish, so we're already in a good mood. And 2, we're just sitting there watching. And I'm like on the back of the boat. I'm like, oh, watch this shit. This is gonna get good. And we're just laughing. We're just like, dude, what's gonna happen next? But to your credit, nothing that you said was out of line. Nothing that you said was like inciting some sort of fucking altercation. It was just this guy being a fucking dumbass. Continue.
And I pulled up to the pier, and I told the guy, I said, "Wait till I come to the pier. We can talk about it when I come to the pier." And this guy starts reeling up his stuff, and he's like looking at me and Steve on the boat, and he's like, "You want to kill me now? You want to kill me? You want to kill me now?"
No.
Like
I
that's
just want to talk about
he
it.
just like,
Dude, it was
oh.
like I remember that's exactly what he said too. I was like, what?
I was there. He's gonna fuck Chad up,
Dude, I'm telling you, he probably would have pulled some straight up Mr. Miyagi.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
And,
lie.
like-
When he said that, I was like, okay, this guy's asking you to fight, which means one of 2 things. One, he doesn't give a
Either
fuck.
he's
Or
really
he
scared,
knows
or
some
he's gonna
shit.
fuck you
Or
up.
he knows some shit. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy might know some shit. But it was funny as shit.
bro.
Oh, so
It
funny.
was literally he's going like, you want to kill me now? You want to kill me now? And I like before I even made it to the dock,
he was gonna fuck you up.
no, he was not.
He was
I
gonna fuck
freaking
you
looked,
up.
dude. I looked right at the guy. I was
Dude, he
like,
was
bro,
like,
I said,
It
I
Man.
want to fuck you up. I said, I want to give you a hug. I want to resolve this problem. Let's resolve this.
It
I
was
said,
like,
and then I said, see that sign over there? It says no fishing. You read English? You read English? Like,
Oh my god,
this show's so fucking done.
yeah.
Oh my god.
We have now been banned from Facebook
But
it's
no,
true.
and Twitter.
It's true.
Chad was yelling, "No, I just want to give you a hug."
I
At
did
that
not
point-
say that, Rob. You take that back.
Dude, at that point, I was literally like on the deck of the boat, fucking. Oh, it was awesome. I think Clint might have been in that tournament too, because that was the one the week after that I won, because Clint came to see if I was going to do a twofer, but I got second that one. But anyway,
It was freaking
Clint
good.
was telling me about it. Clint was like, I was laughing my fucking pants off. Oh, it was so funny,
Dude, it was good. It was funny as shit.
dude. But anyway,
You know what, dude? I kept it on the freaking low. Like I didn't freaking incite anything, and I was geeking out over
I'm just
it.
like, why the fuck? Like, here's the thing.
There's so many
It's-
funny fucking things that happen at that
It's
one.
every
oh my
fucking
god, dude.
Thursday. Every single fucking one.
I'm telling
There's a
you, we
tournament.
have 7 people watching right now. If you guys are watching and you do fish the Thursday nighters, if you don't stay after the Thursday nighters and hang out with the guys at Bass and Beer Radio and just do the general bullshit sitting around the boats, you're missing good things. Just
We do have a blast.
good times and good information, man. Like I'm telling you right now, I fished the Thursday nighters just for the hangout
The
after the
camaraderie.
Thursday
It's the
nighters.
camaraderie.
I swear it is the camaraderie at the boat
That's
ramp
half the
that brings
reason I
me
fish.
there. It is.
That's why I make my wife drive separate.
I thought it was the watch
Makes
me win.
sense.
So I know me and Kevin Parsons were fishing. We were out fishing, fun fishing one day, and we were in my boat, and we're coming up the 6 mile an hour zone. And as we're coming up the 6 mile an hour zone, we watch this guy like dock his boat into like one of the pullouts.
No, you need one?
And the other pullout slip.
Pull out.
Give me one of these.
What is that?
Cold
Same.
snaps in the fridge. If you want one, grab one.
So the other pullout ramp, there's somebody in there, and there's this boat docked there, and there's room in front of it, like it's no big deal. And so like we watched this guy like walk up to the parking lot before we even got close to the dock. So we get up, I drop Kevin off. He goes up, gets his truck, pulls around, looks around. The boat's docked there. He's like, "Well, fuck this," and he backs my trailer in, grabs it, puts it at an angle, and I'm like, "Cool." I'm going around the boat. The kid holding the boat is now like fucking freaking out, like trying to fucking move the boat out of the way, like I'm gonna fucking hit his boat or something.
Where's the bottle opener?
Right here. And I take it.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Fuck, I'm not doing that shit on live.
I'm too old for that shit. So the guy then pulls a truck, then pulls down behind Kevin, like as he's backing it. That is going to end badly.
No. I got this.
No, you don't.
Okay, I thought I did. You have a dip can?
There's literally a.
No.
It looks like a.
No.
Okay.
I'm committed now. See, this is.
Oh, I heard it. Nice.
See, dip can.
So this guy
Not
pulls,
just an
as
addiction.
Kevin's backing my trailer down. This guy finally pulls down
Thanks,
and
sir.
then proceeds to roll down his window
It's a good
and call
boy.
Kevin a fucking asshole. Because he took 30 fucking minutes to get his fucking trailer down to the ramp. Like, apparently parking your boat into the pullout slip means that nobody else can use that slip until you're fucking good and ready.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he's up here screaming, yelling, talking shit. Tony, you've been around bass boats and all long enough to know that somebody who knows what they're doing. How long does it take to pull a bass boat out? About 45 fucking
45
seconds.
seconds
Yep.
to 1 minute.
Y'all can play that back. We all said that at the same fucking time. by
Yeah.
the way.
He spent
You know
two
what?
fucking
That's
minutes.
what we're doing. We're gonna time each other loading the bass boats up this year and make sure that we are to par of
Oh,
what
wait.
we just said.
He probably will. Because I'm anal. I
No,
don't
you will
remember
absolutely. Oh, wait,
I will definitely
I
win.
guess we're talking bass boats.
I don't
It
give
doesn't
a-
include my John.
I also don't give a fuck.
shit. Is it solo? Is it solo or
Solo? Oh,
No, it's
I'll
whatever.
definitely win solo. I
How
launched
can
my
you
bet.
win
I
solo?
launched-
Oh,
I don't even have
Rob.
to get out of the truck.
if you're Nate Brown, it takes an
Oh
hour.
yeah, that's coming.
So anyway, this dude spends like 5 minutes yelling at Kevin. Meanwhile, Kevin's telling this dude to shut the fuck up and get back in his truck, which is hilarious. As he's backing my trailer down, Kevin never stops backing my trailer down while he's giving this dude shit.
He's like I could just see it now. He's in the rear view. Hey, shut the fuck up, you fucking loser. Hold on. I gotta go.
Oh, it was way more intense than that. He was like fucking screaming at this dude as he's backing my trailer down. We pulled the fucking boat out, and he stopped. He pulled like
Wait a second. This is during the Thursday night, right?
no. We were just out fun fishing. So
I feel at Mariner.
Yeah.
I feel like I was there for this.
you may have been there fishing. It might have been on like a Monday or something.
I feel like I was there for this.
It was definitely on
So-
Monday because I remember you texted
so
me and
we,
I was out there.
So so I went down my trailer real quick. I jump out. Kevin gets like halfway up the ramp, stops, rolls down my fucking passenger window because the guy's back in his truck now, and goes and just tells the guy what did he say? He's like, "You yelled at me for 3 fucking minutes or for something that took 30 fucking seconds, you fucking cock." And the fucking drives off. Like, I just don't understand why.
Yeah. Wait. Not to cut you off, but we have to pull this comment up.
Oh my god.
Yo!
How have I never heard this
Are you
story?
serious, bro?
No way.
Oh my god,
No
dude.
way. Okay, Dustin. No.
Oh,
No.
Dustin, that's gotta
Dustin.
That's
Listen.
gotta be Haverty Grant.
Yo.
No. Dustin, please let us know. Do you have like 5 to 10 minutes for us to send you the link so you can tell the story
Yes,
yourself?
please.
Because
Holy
I need
shit.
to hear this.
Dustin, can you call in and tell us the story?
Dustin, I feel like we've been friends now for like 5 years, and I don't know the story. I'm a little upset. So can you please call in and tell us
Hold on.
this?
Yeah,
We're
can
going to
you
send
tell
you the
us this?
link. If you can. If not, I get
Dustin, what's your
Please.
email?
Another,
Actually, never mind. Hold on.
so while we're waiting for that, another ramp story.
Oh
I
my
was-
god, dude, that's fucking awesome. How does that happen? What the fuck?
I was pulling. We had a tournament at Dundee, and I'm pulling out. Like, so I go get my truck. I back my trailer down, and you have to go over to like the side. You know what I'm talking about, Tony?
Yes, yeah.
Over on the side.
Mhm.
Like, so I ran over there real quick and got my boat and came around. And
Dustin, check your messages on
there's this
Facebook.
red like deep V tracker, like just sitting there. And I'm just like boop bitty bitty, and I'm like, I go around, and it's like as soon as I go around there, excuse me, we're in fucking line. It was this lady, yelling at, cussing at me, like she's like,
Just right off the bat. Fuck yeah.
we're waiting in fucking line. Don't you have any fucking courtesy?
Dude,
And I'm like,
I need a camera for this.
I'm like,
bro.
my fucking trailer is in the ramp. Like I didn't know what to say. Like I didn't have any good comebacks. I'm just like, my fucking trailer is in the ramp.
Okay,
Like, already in order.
So Dustin says he's got a kid sleeping next to him on the sofa, so he's got to be
Ah.
prepared. So all right, got it. No problem.
No,
Wait, what about
yeah,
Martin?
Dustin. Okay, it's fine. Just whisper.
What? Martin said he was there. Martin, can you call in and tell us? I need to hear this.
need a first-hand account.
If you
of the
can't,
story.
Dustin, if you can't do this tonight,
Because I've
no
seen
problem. But we need to see this.
I've
first.
seen
You
some
know
dumb
what?
stuff.
You know what? I want
Like-
Dustin on the show in person.
Yeah, true,
I've seen some dumb
Like,
shit
period.
at ramps, and I ain't never seen shit that dumb.
dude. I've never even heard of that. That's fucking legendary.
All right, let's get the story from Martin Payne.
All right, Martin, we're going to send you the video.
Martin, we're sending you the link, and if
because
you
now
don't, if you don't
I'm
answer
invested
it,
in this.
I swear
now.
to God,
Speaking
Martin,
of
if you
Dustin.
don't answer it,
They're skinny, Dustin.
Oh, dude, that was the best
Oh, yeah,
picture
dude.
ever.
dude, with his
That's awesome,
parajumping
isn't it?
pants.
Dude, I love that picture, by the way, Dustin. That's fucking awesome.
Did you see somebody post the Bart Simpson gift?
Dude, he looked like he was
Yeah.
about to walk into Rofo and get some fucking menthols. That's what I'm talking about.
Martin, check your Facebook Messenger there, buddy. Don't ignore the message.
Don't ignore us.
Don't
You
ignore
know
us.
you want to talk to us.
It's
Martin.
3 against 1, Martin. It's 3 against 1.
And we want to talk to you. That's
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
that's
we
really what it
think
boils
we
down
think
to.
you're cooler than us.
Well, maybe.
Okay, baby Paul doesn't, but me and Tony definitely do.
I
I know
mean-
I do.
You're definitely cooler than Chad.
So
Martin,
Rob,
Martin,
or
Martin.
Dustin, in the meantime, so what happened? So you said, hey man, that's not your trailer. So then what did he say? Yes, it is. Fuck you. Or was he like, oh shit, my bad? Like,
What's
So
up?
he said right there in the comment. He said stop. They said stop. The lady said stop yelling at him.
Give me an M, give me an A,
But what
give me
did
an
the-
R,
but
give me a T.
what did the guy that loaded the boat? What did he? How was his reaction?
Well, I'm thinking maybe he didn't hear. Motor running.
But
But
it's
he might not hear somebody yelling at.
Was it the same kind of boat? Like, was it a Triton? It was probably a fucking tracker.
fucking pontoon boat?
Oh my god, it probably was, dude. Like, oh my god, Martin, you should read the
Oh,
Martin,
dude.
come on, man.
Martin,
Like,
it's happening, bro. Just click the link, brother.
oh, dude, I hope. Oh my god,
Just click the link, Martin.
just click the
It'll be a really good
That'll
time.
make you the cream of the crop, and I got faith for you, Martin. Yeah, I'll tell you. Anyway, my voice is already fucked up from last night.
That already
From
hurts.
fucking
It hurts
band
just to do
practice.
Has anyone seen Jordan Lee's new hoodies and hats that he made? That
Oh,
are
yeah.
fucking awesome.
Are they?
Jetly?
Jordan Lee.
Dude, I need one of those.
That's hilarious.
Oh my
So
God.
he released these hoodies like a month ago, and they sold out in like fucking 10 minutes.
That's
Dude,
fucking funny.
He released a second one, sold out.
The
I've
amount
been
of-
trying to get one of these fucking hoodies. They're hoodie. He's got hoodies and hats that say "This lake sucks," which is something that I say on a regular basis.
Oh yeah.
And I've been wanting one the last two drops, and they sell out fucking immediately.
Martin, he's seen it. Martin has seen the link, but he
Martin, you son of a bitch.
you hate to see it.
I would just message him and say,
Where's
"Click the link,
where's
motherfucker."
Mark Jarton?
Make Jarton.
Make?
He's probably cowering, thinking about how he owes me another signed
Where's
dollar
Make
bill.
Jarton?
Apparently, he's not friends with us.
No, because he probably changed. I think he changed his name back to Jake Martin.
Jake, not Jar.
Yeah, it's back to now. We're back to Jake Martin.
There we go.
Yeah,
Oh, look, here's Jake Martin.
I already hit him up, but he hasn't responded.
Oh, I'm sending him a message.
Dude, sick nitro, bro.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
Hello. Oh,
For-
hold on.
oh,
we
they
gotta,
can't.
we gotta pull this up. We gotta.
Nobody
pull it up.
nobody can see that picture, but
Here,
that is the
Can
only.
you? Can somebody type in the Jordan Lee hat so we can pull it up on here?
Let me hold on. Okay, see if I can get his website. I can't remember.
Because the amount of times that I have said that to Skylar on Connolly is like absurd.
Oh yeah,
I am trying to convince Scuba Steve to click the email
go
link,
to the shop.
but he is steadfast.
There's
Oh.
the hoodie right there.
What about the hat?
Oh.
It's the hat.
So I've
Yeah.
wanted that black hoodie. Oh my god,
He
I've
does
wanted that
still
fucking
have
black
it.
hoodie.
Share the screen.
Share down at the bottom.
Oh,
The entire
true.
screen.
Fuck, sorry. My bad.
Click the screen in the middle,
In the middle. Yeah. Now go to, yeah.
I'm what you call slow.
and now we.
The portal of death. All right, there
So-
it is.
So this is the hat that we're talking about. They also have a hoodie that's the same. It's the same. It's probably it's the best thing I've ever seen a pro angler put out as far as like apparel.
Yeah, no, that shit's it's legendary.
Yeah, that shit is really, really funny. And I would definitely wear that hat. Obviously, $30 is,
And that's a lot for a
I
hat.
feel like
Go
that's
back
the
to
going price for a damn hat at this point, anyways, though.
Go back.
Really.
What's the price of the hoodie? See what we got here. Oh, too far.
That's a
Not that.
sweatshirt.
No, go back. It's right on the other side here.
There it is. Bro, that's awesome.
35. It's only 35.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah,
That's
dude.
that's
I would
check
definitely
those
grab a
mediums.
hoodie. This lake sucks.
Hit medium for
Hit
me.
those mediums.
Sold out.
Bro, there's no way
Large,
you wear medium. Come
sold
on.
out. You see that? Me? Yeah, I wear medium. I wear
Everybody
medium
wanted
every
them.
day.
They're all sold out.
Although I'm starting to get a little chubby again. So
Yeah, me too,
The
honestly.
mediums are
You know
starting to fit a
what,
little
dude?
tighter.
I had that happen. I was, sitting on the toilet taking a shit earlier, and
Yeah.
I looked down and there was like a little gut hanging there.
Yeah. Look at
And
this.
I was like, what the
See this
fuck?
right,
Dude,
see
it's
this
winter
right here?
time.
Look at that.
It's the winter time. It's
I
just
started-
the bulk.
I did start working out a little
It's a
bit.
good
this
thing
week.
Good for you.
the dad bod is in.
I can
You know
nibble
how
it.
infuriating that is, by the way.
You know how
Yeah, you keep on pumping those weights, Tony.
I will, because now if I stop, I'll look like
we got a Martin
shit.
Payne. We
Oh,
got a Martin
we
Payne.
got
Payne,
Martin.
oh my god, we got a Martin Payne.
Fuck yeah.
Martin!
Yes, it's Martin Payne.
Yo, yo. What's happening?
We can't hear you.
No. We can hear him. We just gotta talk into your phone, Martin, because it's a little quiet. But we gotta hear this Dustin story.
All right. I'm pretty sure this is the same
No,
story.
That's way quiet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
We're
wait, no, it's
hold on.
because we had
might
the
be
volume
us.
messed up.
No, it's not the volume.
No. Pull this bar all the way over.
Yeah.
All right, say
It's
something,
not-
Martin.
it's
Try
not
that
that.
now.
You hear me now?
A little bit better.
Little better.
Just speak up. Talk loud.
All right. Is that better?
Yes.
I think
Yep.
it's good. Is your phone sitting on the table?
Yeah, it's on the boat.
It's because your speaker's probably covered up.
Or is it because our speakers?
Is that better?
Nope. Okay, it's just us. It's because we suck.
But we can hear you
We can
fine.
hear you.
We can hear you. Just
So let's
talk
hear
loud.
let's hear the story.
We'll have to be quiet
Yep.
so everyone can hear it.
All right. I'm pretty sure this is the same story. I was far away. Like, if it was tidings, pretty sure it was tidings because of the way the boats are side by side. I basically come off plane, at the mile marker and started putting in or trolling into the ramp because it was a shit show. Probably after a tournament. Dustin's trailer's already in the water, and there's a boat next to him. I troll up to the dock, just take my time, let all that stuff kind of die down. And I see the guy's trying to put his boat on his trailer, but his fucking shit sideways, and he's on to Dustin's trailer. And Dustin's like, dude, you're on my trailer. And the guy's like, looks at him like, can you help me? And Dustin's like, no, I can't fucking help you. Like, you're in your fucking boat. I'm in my boat. What do you want me to do? Like, Dustin ran down to the back to try to kick the guy off of him. I think that was actually his boat was actually on the trailer. They were side by side. So it might be a different story. But I definitely saw someone almost hit Dustin's brand new boat, loading boats one day.
Oh my god.
Of course, we just lost our thingy. Hang on a second.
Oh, this is great.
How do we lose video?
All right, we still got Martin. I think we lost it when we unplugged that thing. But anyway, we heard you, so that's hilarious. So like the guy that loaded it, so once we learned that it was not his trailer, like how did it react? Was he like, oh shit, my bad? It was like, fuck you, get away from me type.
No, from what I was still pretty far away. I'm on my trolling motor just putting up. I'm pretty sure the guy like asked Dustin like to help him, and Dustin was like literally on the back edge of his boat trying to kick this guy off of him.
He was like trying to push
what
it off
the
with his
fuck?
foot.
Yeah. And it might have been where I didn't see one, and I heard at the weigh-in that a guy actually did try to put his boat on his trailer empty. But I definitely saw a guy.
See, that's what we're. That's
So
the story we're looking
what
for.
ramp was this at?
Because
by the way?
that's got to be Haverty Grace.
I bet money.
It's got to be Haverty Grace. Like it's either
Holy
Haverty.
fuck.
Like that doesn't happen anywhere but Haverty Grace.
So
Like,
so let me ask this. So Martin, what's your opinion on people that load their boat with the
Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Martin, did you do that?
I've done this. I fucking ruined my trolling motor by doing this.
I will
once.
say that I did run my Ultrex into my trailer one time. So,
All
Dude,
right.
I was on the big
Here-
motor.
I don't feel bad.
Hey,
Day one-
Kevin Parsons up in the hood.
Day one at Kentucky Lake, I
Yo.
blanked and I was pissed. And I'm just trying to get the fucking boat on the trailer. And I go to load it, and my buddy's in the truck, and he's like, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, yeah, you're good. You're in far enough. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, god damn it.
Hey,
You
so
knocked that bitch right off the breakaway.
Fuck
didn't
yeah, I did. Fucking absolutely.
Thank God for
We-
those breakaways.
I know.
we have a mythical legend on the show right now. We have Martin on here.
I know.
The
We see the freaking legendary giant crankbait in the back and the Daiwa sign.
Do you know how bad I want one of those crankbaits?
I know those are cool, and Martin has
And he
achieved
has
that.
2 of them.
But
And it makes me so angry that he has
oh, he's
2
got
of them.
2 of them. Martin, so what's some of your goals, and what are some of
Big
the
shad
my
wrap.
God.
Nobody
Yeah,
has
but
a
I want
shad
the-
wrap.
Martin, be
I want the-
gentle. I'm live on the internet right now.
The
I can only
shad-
take
I
so
feel like-
much.
I got the jerk bait.
I feel like the Shad Wrap's easier to get than the DT. I can't find the DTs anywhere.
We got another jerk bait back there signed by.
Dude, I'm just jealous of the fact that your boat's inside. Like, my boat's
know,
outside
right?
right now, just getting fucking dicked on.
Oh, and
by
those
nature.
blue poles are gorgeous. I'm about to order me a set of those.
I thought you were getting gray. You should get gray poles.
I'm
don't
going.
make-
I'm going blue.
They don't make gray poles.
I'm
Hey,
going
Hey,
blue.
real quick,
They
what-
make wraps.
They
They
make
make
wraps.
wraps.
Black, blue, and red.
Really?
Black
What
and
about like
red.
the
What?
neon green wraps that everybody?
Those are
Hold up.
wraps.
Hold up.
Those are wraps.
Different conversation. Martin Payne, what
Here's-
are
here's-
some of your goals and some of the things that you want to
No, no.
achieve this season,
Nothing.
dude? I mean, no, seriously. Like, you're shooting for maybe hitting that PB. You want to place first in a tournament. What do you want to do?
Not getting it.
I want to put my boat on the trailer every time without wrecking that trolling motor.
I like
Bro,
it.
No, but
I'm not gonna lie
real-
to you.
real
You
quick-
gotta have goals.
Dude, not
Hey.
only when I did that shit, it's a 200 boat fucking tournament. I'm boat like 160, so everyone's fucking there. I blanked. I'm pissed off. I go to load the fucking boat, and everyone there hears the shit and just does one of these, like, just like looking back. And it's like, yep, I'm the idiot. Thanks for looking, everybody. Fucking ruined my transducer, by the way. Had to get a transducer because of that shit.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh.
So, hey, Martin, you're running power poles on your boat, right?
Yes, sir. They didn't have
And
Raptors.
You did have Raptors?
No, they didn't have them out yet.
Oh, they did not have Raptors
Would
out
you
yet.
have gotten Raptors?
I'd probably thought about it, but they don't come in blue, so no.
Pretty sure they do come in blue.
They do not.
Have you
Do they?
used
Black
have
and
you had to
silver.
use
They
Power
come in-
Poles
they come
customer
in
service
red,
for
though.
anything?
Black
Like,
and
is there
silver.
anything
No,
that
no.
binds you to Power Poles currently?
We're still listening, Martin, but we're going to look at this because I'm pretty confident. Can you type Mac Min code or Raptor, please?
I'm pretty sure they only come in black and silver.
I called them with a problem before they responded to the email. I get a tracking number that the package is shipped.
There was a red one right up there.
That's a giant problem that you get a tracking number before. I mean, that's
Scroll down.
fast. That's freaky
You
fast.
could have just scrolled down.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Their customer service is awesome, but
Yeah, their customer service is.
Yeah,
absolutely
I mean,
ridiculous.
honestly, that's kind of like I don't have the Power Pole Talon Raptor experience, but overall, my choice is going through everybody else that just really enjoys Power Pole's customer service.
So, Paul, you were
Yeah,
correct.
yeah.
They have white, black,
Silver.
gray, Chad.
It's silver.
Yeah,
They do have the gray and the silver.
See, there you go. And they're a lot cheaper. The Raptor is considerably cheaper than the Blade. And
Yeah.
from what I've read online, is that
I
it's
will say,
supposedly more robust.
If a 10-foot would
Not-
fit in my
That's a 10
garage,
now.
I would
That's
put
a
a
10
10.
cheaper. That's a 10.
We'll go to the 8.
The 8's like $17.99 with active anchoring.
That's
Oh, look,
still
the 8's
2,000.
$19.99.
No. It's got to refresh. The page is slow as fuck.
$17.99.
Yeah, but the 8 Martin, how much is the 8-foot Blade?
I don't know. I bought mine used for $2,300 for the set.
Yeah.
mine were free.
Are your blades?
The fuck? Oh, that's right. Martin's power poles are free. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
How'd you get free poles?
Yeah, tell us how
I
you
got free poles because of this stupid red right here.
Yeah, he's
And
got
right
a
here.
maroon strip on his boat.
You can just barely see it. I'm telling you, if you wouldn't
Nah,
point it
bro.
out, nobody would ever see
I've
it.
seen his boat 1,000
Yeah.
times. I bet I've never seen
So,
that.
However,
Yeah, it's
because of
supposed to
that,
be-
that's a sick way to obtain poles.
It's supposed to be the blue.
Right. Which would make sense. That would match.
So Tracker Nitro, when Bowers said, they took it off the trailer, he called, he said, this ain't the boat I ordered. Nitro said to him, well, if you keep it, you can take $5,000 off the price. Now, if you ever shop these boats like a Bass Pro and shit, they don't take money off the boats. Year end, like if they had the last year's model, they'll take like $2,000 off at the most
Yeah.
that you see,
They have
So
that nationwide. What's that? What they call it? Nationwide no haggle pricing or something like that.
yeah. So I once I saw the boat, because he told me about it at Harrisburg, because he had this same boat but with the actual blue, and I wanted to buy that. And he said, no, he's like, I got the same boat, but it's cheaper. I was like, well, let me look at it because it sounded too good to be true. But it wasn't. And I said, all right, well, I want 2 poles and that second console. And that was the $5,000 that I saved. And that was all shit I was going to buy anyway. So
Right. So
I gotta say,
Makes
Martin,
sense.
even like you have pointed out that strip on your boat, but when I saw it at Anna, had you not have pointed out, I would have never noticed it. And to be honest with you, when we were there, Your boat probably was the sharpest boat that was sitting in that lot compared to that boat. Now,
Not that Vexus isn't
Nobody likes the
Phoenix's.
old Ranger.
Okay, all right.
now, I mean, now the Phoenix with the freaking lime green poles in the back and all that stuff. But
Ooh.
honestly, I would put you right next to that because you were in the same color.
Dustin's about to say some
comparisons and
off-color
everything.
shit right now. just
Dustin
so you
doesn't
know.
have poles,
That's true. He does.
Look, Dustin can make it. I
and
can
he
fake
still
it.
kills us.
Kevin, I don't understand. I don't understand what Kevin Parsons is saying. Saying buy which anchoring system fits your style of fishing. They all do the same fucking thing.
They all anchor you in the same spot, Kevin.
Kevin does like his.
Martin does kind of look like Josh Jones.
He does a little bit.
Does he catch fish like Josh Jones?
Definitely not.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
I had one guy
I
in
will
Muddy
say-
Creek called me Cody Meyer when I had my diver shirt on over the summer. I started cracking up laughing. Man, you look like Cody Meyer.
Kevin does make a good point. I know Kevin has a 12-foot talon, which allows him to anchor in a little bit deeper water, which is that's a valid point.
that's cool. And then he just gets to sit there and pivot.
Yeah, because he's only got one.
Here's something stupid. I thought
Well, since I have 8-foot power poles, it doesn't work very well in 9 feet of water. But guess what? I have spot lock. I don't give a shit.
That's what makes me. How much taller is a 10-foot pole than an 8-foot pole on the boat?
It's you
1
can.
foot.
Is it actually 1
Oh,
foot taller?
think
Yeah,
about it.
but
See
dude, you can tell
takes
Like,
me out of play of putting 10-foot poles on my boat.
No,
because
bro.
won't
it
fit
doesn't.
my
It
garage.
doesn't. Because listen to what happened. I had the same thing. I was like, well, I'll get 8-foot poles because that way it'll fit in my garage. I still got to lower the 8-foot poles. I lower them, one click, back it right on in. Same thing would be
Well,
if I had 10-foot poles. So I screwed
You think
myself
you
in
could-
that deal.
It would work the same.
But you have
Yeah, I
all-
mean, I might have to lower a little bit further down, but
I can say, aside from like at ramps, at like deeper ramps, if I'm in more than 6 or 7 feet of water, I'm just
spot
using
lock.
spot lock anyway. I mean,
Everyone I know with poles has no spots worth anchoring on, says Dustin. And
I got
Joe
your spot.
Zebek has a question.
He
that
said that
maybe-
because I don't have poles. Man.
Joe Zebek. How about y'all bass guys in the NLBN?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what the NLBN is.
So
Joe,
Joe, let us know.
Yeah,
Let us
Joe.
know.
I don't know if it's a funny or if it's serious, but let us know what that is, and we'll fill you in on what we think about that.
So, Kevin, I want to hear your opinion. So, the talons, I'm actually really considering talons because my bilge space is very cramped for freaking pole pumps, but it's going to cost me about $1,000 more for talons, just because the brackets are a little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
It kind of adds up. If you could go, so Kevin, do you ever regret it? Would you buy them again? If you could do it again, would you get 2? Let us know.
Never heard of them, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, I
Send us a link. If you
let us know.
If you can send us a link, we'll definitely check it out.
No live bait needed. No live bait.
Oh,
I've heard of that.
yeah,
I've heard
I've
of
heard
that.
of
Yeah,
no
I've
live
heard
bait
no
needed.
live
Yeah,
bait
yeah.
needed.
Paddle tails on a jig, dude. I'm all for it. I throw a swim jig with paddle tails. I throw a chatterbait, which is a bladed jig with paddle tails. We're actually googling it right now.
No live bait needed. Pick a lot of saltwater stuff.
It looks, I would say inshore more than saltwater, based
Well,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
initial
yeah.
looking. But
Inshore. Looks like a lot of snow.
I mean, there's no way that you wouldn't catch bass on this, though.
Well, I mean, look at
I'm going back out there.
Jacob
Going
Wheeler's
back out
favorite
there.
spinnerbait trailer is a saltwater swim bait, or an inshore swim bait.
Those are interesting.
Why?
Dude, you know what they look like? They look like the Storm.
They look good,
The
though.
Storm 360.
360 GT.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which
Very similar.
I've caught a lot of fish on those.
But I mean, as I'm saying, Jacob Wheeler, his favorite swim bait that he uses, the Storm Largo shad. It's a saltwater swim bait.
Hmm.
And he started using it because he had used it like doing like red fishing or something,
Right.
something stupid like that, and he liked the action of it. Now he uses it for spinnerbait trailers. He uses it on weedless. He uses it for everything. He uses the crap out of that thing.
So we need to see what Martin's drinking with us, because I mean this is bass and beer after all. And I haven't seen a beer in Martin's.
I don't
hand.
think Martin doesn't enjoy, or he
Oh,
doesn't.
no,
he
no.
doesn't. He doesn't drink
No.
the alcoholic beverages.
Let me explain to you. I've seen Martin with alcoholic beverages. Okay,
It's a good time.
No.
Oh, we're not
Don't
gonna
go
talk
there.
about that.
Don't
No
go
more.
there. Don't go there. He's never going to come back on.
Did you?
Don't you do that
You did.
because I enjoy Martin's company.
You did catch that. Didn't you? He's not drinking. He's indulging in other.
He's
other things.
he's indulging in
the green.
Copenhagen Wintergreen.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stoker's Wintergreen.
Martin likes bath salt.
Oh yeah. By the way.
Salt.
So I just want to. Speaking of greens and dipping and all that other stuff, I do want to make an announcement while we're on here live.
You're pregnant.
No,
You're gay.
That is
no,
probably
but
more
not
likely.
as aggressively. No. In all seriousness,
It's still a maybe.
I fucking
trans.
tried, dude. I tried so hard to stop dipping.
It's so hard.
So it's not hard in that it's the nicotine. It's hard as in everything else fucking sucks. Dude, the fake dip.
It's from not having.
No.
nicotine.
No, that's
Have you tried all the fake dips
You know
that
why-
have out now?
Do you know
Yes.
why? Do you know why that fake dip sucks?
Because it's not
Because it doesn't have
tobacco.
fucking nicotine in it.
But it's not even that. It's not even that. It's like the texture.
I get it though.
It's the texture.
You're
of
just trying
tobacco.
to reenact what
It's
it is.
just the
You're
experience.
trying to get that. It's trying to. You're trying to hit that habit because a lot of
Kevin,
a lot of that
fuck
habit.
you. But
Gentle.
in all honesty, though,
I have
dude,
to
like,
pee.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I haven't had a dip in probably 3 months at this point.
What's
your
vote on live scoop?
Like I know for a fact because I'm going duck hunting this weekend with the boys on the Eastern Shore. I'm going to dip this weekend. Why? Because the whole last weekend I was there, I was like, oh my God, every time I put in a fake dip, I was like, dude, this sucks. Like I'm just wasting my own time.
It's just like smoking for me. Like if I've quit dipping a couple of times, and as soon as I'm around somebody that's doing it, it's like you hear them whack that can.
Yep.
And you're
And it's
like,
just like
let me get
exactly.
let me
No,
get a
dude, I totally get it. And-
cigarettes.
and-
I'm the same way. I haven't bought a pack. I will say, not that I haven't smoked, because I'll smoke a cigarette every now and then.
right.
If I'm
No, I'm
around
the same
somebody.
way. Yeah.
But I haven't bought a pack of cigarettes in 6 years.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. Like I feel bad.
But with that, it's funny with smoking. If I can smoke a cigarette with you, or with Rob,
Mhm.
or something like that, and I want a cigarette, and I'll never smoke a cigarette. Like if I don't see somebody with a cigarette, I'll go months.
Yep.
Without
No, me
a
too.
cigarette.
Honestly. Yep.
Like I have no desire
It's
to
it's
change
funny
them.
you say that because for me dipping's the opposite, right? Like the moment I step on my boat, I'm like, okay, time to pack a lip. Like I could go if I'm sitting at home, no problem. Like if I don't go outside, if I don't go hunting, if I don't go fishing, nothing, it's like, oh, whatever, no problem. As soon as I set foot on the boat, as soon as I walk outside for a fucking outdoor activity, it's like, okay, dude, I need some fucking.
He's a fucking amateur, Dan.
So all right, so we want
I want to go back up to Joe.
let's
Joe
let's go to Rob first because Martin's still on here, and I don't want to bore him because he's taking his time to be with us. So Martin, your favorite topwater bait?
Cancel.
What does it go?
Best topwater
I'm not-
walking bait. Do you
Yeah, I'm not
even
telling
throw
you.
a topwater walking bait?
You have to tell us, even if it's a secret.
Martin knows the fire.
I want a link, by the way, too.
All right, I caught my biggest smallie on the Rover.
A rover. Okay.
Oh,
that's a good one.
dude. So I
Rover
actually,
to sea?
It's a rover.
yeah, man, the Rover's legit. Like, absolutely. All right, well, so cool beans. So actually, my story with the Rover, I wasn't throwing it. I was fishing Loch Raven with a buddy, and he was fishing the Rover real slow, like working it every second and a half, just. Doo, 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 doo. You guys have ever seen me fish a topwater bait? It's fucking fast. So I was like, dude, beat that thing like a drum, like. Doo, 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 doo.
Oh, Martin's about to pull one out.
Like first cast, man, he catches like a 5-pounder on Loch Raven. It's the only fish we caught all day. But it was very cool to see that. We had another
Where's
comment.
Joe? Joe was asking about live scope. So we
My
That's
favorite.
good. That's
I got my two
That's good looking bait,
lunker
Martin.
punkers. My
I
two
like that.
lunker punkers up there
Why
on
don't
the
you
wall.
tell us your favorite walking
So-
bait there, Chad?
Do you want to go there?
Yeah, I do actually, because Martin gave up his juice. It's only fair. I don't have any juice.
Just
I
because
use,
Martin
like,
gave
the
up his
cheapest
juice
one.
doesn't mean I'm willing to give up mine.
There's a Vixen, but I'm
I'll
too
give
scared
it
to
up.
throw it.
Yo,
I'll give mine up. You give
Hey,
yours up.
wow,
yeah,
Martin.
everyone will give
gentle.
up.
Whoa,
Everyone,
whoa, whoa! What'd you say, Martin?
said, here's a vixen, but I get too scared to throw it.
Dude,
That
hold
is
on.
the exact
Let
bait
me-
that I was thinking of.
So,
Honestly, was
really?
the vixen.
So Martin,
Yeah.
it's
It's
that
not. I don't own any vixens, so it's not my favorite. but
that
I'm
is
just saying.
that is my favorite. That's my favorite topwater walking bait. It's also the only topwater walking bait that I throw on 65-pound braid.
Who makes the vixen, by the way? Who makes it? I don't even know. Who
Reaction Innovation.
Very good.
It's not even made anymore.
It is. They started making.
No, it's made
Reaction
again now.
Innovation.
Yeah, but I thought it was like small quantities.
There's
No, they're
enough.
mass producing
yeah.
again.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
they're producing them pretty good. The only thing that they did limited run of was the black ones. So they did
Okay.
a black one that they only made 300 of.
All right.
Who's
Speaking of top
fishing
water,
now?
I'm fishing.
who uses
Might
a
be going out
Rico?
tomorrow, Joe.
The Rico?
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
what?
Martin said it, not me.
What?
Sorry.
I actually don't throw a Rico. I throw something similar to a Rico. Another relatively high-end popper. I throw a Don Iovino Splash It. That's my favorite popper.
Haven't heard of that one either. And the Rico is the shit. I mean, period.
I mean, they run the same price. Like
Yeah.
the Don Iovino is like $17.
I mean, if
It's
the
essentially
Rico
the same
produced the
design.
same action off $10 to $20, the Rico is the shit no matter what. It does
Okay,
not
'cause I-
compare to any of the other brands
Try
that
the-
you can buy somewhere else. I mean, Rico is just.
I'll show you my Splash It.
Dustin,
This-
stoked for you. Dustin got his first Rico. You'll never turn back.
The Splash It is almost identical.
I was thinking you were going to
and
say
it's
the
a
other
very,
top
you know,
water walking
very good
I
popper.
have three poppers that I normally throw. My number one is the Rico. My number two, that I haven't even thrown that much, but I really like it, is my UMA
My
popper. And then I have a Mega Bass Max. That I
Pop Max or the
The
Pop
Pop
X?
Max.
The Pop X is good too.
The Pop
The
Max.
small-
The
Pop
Pop
X is
Max.
the smaller one.
I think. See, there's a difference. Sometimes I want a popper that pops very straight,
Mhm.
and sometimes I want a popper that is more geared for walking.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
there is one thing I will say about the Pop Max: is the Pop Max is a walking popper.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I have a couple of Pop Max. I like them because they're bigger profile.
Yeah.
So I like that bigger profile. My normal poppers, my number one is
awkward silence.
it's the I'm trying to think of what it's a discontinued bait. It was made by Excalibur. It was a Zell Roland design bait. And if anybody knows who Zell Roland is, the like absolute king of like poppers. And
Okay.
they make Booyah makes it again, and it's called the Boss Pop
I would think Ish could fish a popper the same.
ish.
The guy that fishes frogs real good. Is it
Ish Monroe.
Yeah, he throws frogs. He doesn't throw poppers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
but
a
that's
big
what I'm
frog
saying. I
guy.
feel like throwing a frog or throwing a popper in open water. I feel like you're kind of
Zell Roland.
you're bordering the same
So Zell-
territories there.
You are, but Zell Roland is like a master of a popper. So I can't remember what I think it might have been called the Z Pop.
Martin, are you pulling out your favorite topwater bait?
So
He pulled out the Vixen.
Oh, he did. He
I-
did pull out the Vixen.
I am going to change.
Yeah,
the
he said
subject
he
here.
said he was too scared to throw it. I
No
told him
way.
that's why I throw it on 65
I'm
pound
going to
rate.
change the subject because I opened my phone and I was
Yeah,
texting,
he did, Dustin.
I was texting Jake Martin back, and when I clicked out of it, I saw a thing off it,
P70 Pop R.
right, and it said,
What the?
Ooh, look
Oh,
at that.
Alabama rig action. Is that
Getting ready there.
a Flash Mob Junior?
"See, he's no
Shaking
longer
that old
Nope.
pee up there in the camera.
I didn't see the head, so I just saw the blades.
he's no longer in a BASS affiliated club, so now he can throw. That's a Umbrella Junior if I've ever seen one.
No, it is
Yeah,
not. Hog Farmer. Am I right? I'm pretty sure
Yep.
it's a Hog Farmer.
So, Martin, how many
Hog
fish do you
farmer.
think you've caught on
Hog
an
farmer makes
A-rig
some
in your
good
life?
I'm
Dude, Martin
Yeah, I
knows.
guess.
Martin knows
side
quality.
note. Side
Martin
note.
knows quality.
I have a
I
fucking.
know how to spend money.
Exactly. You know quality.
So-
because
I
quality
can't catch
costs
them.
money, and that's period.
So
I have to. I'm just gonna say. I'm gonna change the subject here. I need to get Phoebe's opinion on this.
I just wanna-
Important.
mention to
It's
Martin
important.
since you're throwing
She's not even here.
you're throwing the Hog Farmer. I throw
Yeah,
the Picasso. What is it? What is
I don't
it?
know
The-
where she is. The funny part.
The reason
no,
why
I think it's the
Oh,
Picasso bait ball.
I'm gonna let Paul finish. But
Another really fantastic A rig. if anybody's looking to like try out like an A rig, hog farmers are fantastic. I have really been impressed with the Picassos.
I was that close away to buying that Huddleston A-rig the other day.
Dude, absolutely not. So the thing I was going to ask, and I want to hear Martin's opinion first, but I saw a tweet, okay, and it basically said that men who have pictures of them holding fish as their profile picture, dating profile picture, whatever the case may be, it's essentially birth control. And I think I blew a blood vessel because I was so fucking aggravated, okay? Because number one, don't tell me I can't fucking fish if I want to.
Well, first of all,
all right.
if she has a problem with you fishing, then she's
Legal to only 2 hook sets.
legal to only 2 hooks. Yes,
In the state of
in the state of Maryland, you
Correct.
can only have 2 hooks on an A rig. That does not stop me from throwing 5 hooks when I'm not fishing in a tournament.
Hell yes.
I don't fish
I've done
in
it.
Maryland with an A-rig either.
Just fish on Conowingo. It's the
No,
only
I
place
do
you
it
want
all
to
the
fucking
time.
fish anyway.
Do you?
Early spring, hell yeah. Early spring and late fall,
Bro, like
I throw an A-rig
March
all the time.
1st is when you want to throw
I
it.
should have bought that HUD.
Martin's got 3. 3? What do you only got 3 for? If you're going to break the law, you might as well break it full force.
Guess you ain't seen this one yet, Paul.
Oh, I have seen that one. I know which one you're talking
Is that the
about.
BFL rig?
No.
We were talking. I was talking about that with somebody yesterday.
Yeah,
2
it's
days ago,
close.
actually.
Yeah, they do make. There's a couple of companies that make a BFL
That
BFL
brought my
rig,
son.
So
which
Joe,
is which
Nice.
is 3 hooks, which is what is limited to MLF tournaments. So MLF tournaments will limit it to 3 hooks.
What's
So
up,
I
Hippie
don't get to see
Gibbs?
3 hooks.
Hippie Gibbs in the house.
Yo, Gibbs, what's going on, buddy? So before we get too off track,
I cannot wait to see this dude rip past us with
Yeah.
that 90 on
He
the
might
back
rip
of his
past-
fucking
he's
boat,
gonna
dude.
rip past you,
So-
but not me.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm gonna be in like a full-size bass boat, and him and his aluminum rig is just gonna freaking shred past me, and I'm gonna geek out.
I have, because of
In-
Maryland laws.
He is in NOLA. Okay, so Hippie Gibbs is having sex with a girl named NOLA right now, and I don't know who that is. But
He is in NOLA.
Oh my God, the show is canceled.
So
But I can't wait to shoot some
Speaking of
ducks this
A-rigs,
weekend
Martin,
anyway. Gibbs.
I have gotten I got very good at modifying A-rigs to be legal to a point where I've only had 1 fish hit my dummy swim bait.
Really?
1 fish ever. And it was a giant and it pissed me off. But it was the same day.
It
I
al-
caught the,
it
it was the
always
same day I
works
caught
like
the
that.
8. It was the same day I caught the 8-pounder on the Potomac. I had another just absolute giant smash of fucking A-rig.
Rob says Evan is showing NOLA the power pole.
So Evan, just because you're just tuning in, one, I'm going duck hunting this weekend for my second trip on Eastern Shore. Hope to kill some. I'll hit you up. But more importantly, is holding a fish in your profile picture, dating, Tinder, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, is it birth control? Martin, you weigh in first.
I fucking hope so.
I don't think so.
Okay. So like,
I will
let
say
me.
I've been married for 11 years. I don't really care. I'll put whatever the fuck profile
Yeah,
picture I
I'm
want.
at the point
put a
now where I
picture-
don't even
I'll
give
put
a
a picture-
shit. I'm just like
I'll put a picture
I'm
of
to
a
the point
dick
now where
on
I'm like I enjoy this more than that. So
Hey, I do socks and sandals too. They say that shit's birth control too.
that is
So,
hot as shit. I am so.
That's like double
No,
bagging.
no. Hey, Martin, get
That's
you a
like-
pair of
I've
Crocs.
never done that.
What
That's
you need,
double
what
bagging.
you need is some
I am
orange socks.
double bagging the fish profile pic and the sandals with socks.
You need some orange Crocs that say carrots on them and some socks that are either white or black.
I will say that I have moved into the douchebag world and I am rocking the Hey Dude.
There is nothing wrong with that because I just got my first pair the other
They're
week
comfortable
too.
as fuck.
They are really comfortable.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hey,
And they are really comfortable. They look good too.
They're
They do
so
look
You know what they
good.
say?
Don't weigh anything.
Don't tell me they don't look good because they do.
You know what they say about Crocs and blowjobs, right?
No.
I don't know.
Feels good.
They're both fun. I don't know.
Feel good till you look down.
That was pretty fucking good. I ain't gonna lie. Jesus Christ, that was funny.
I was going somewhere else.
Look, you're
I figured out
offending people on the croc talk.
only do.
I didn't want to
Dude, you
specify
know-
what type of blowjob, for
The
the.
amount of times this show has the potential of getting canceled in this evening is amazing. Like it's incredible.
Yeah, I really.
There's no way we're going live
I
next
quite
week.
enjoy it. I feel like we should definitely push the limits.
Okay, I have a government clearance. I can only only do
I
so much.
also have a plans.
That's
Yeah.
true. You do. I
I have
forgot about
I have a very strict social media policy for my work.
that.
Is
Fuck
why-
it. We're all in this together, I guess.
That is also why my Facebook account is not linked to anyone who works for University of Maryland.
So I actually I had a quote today that long story short, I had to go down.
You're
to
a bad boy with all your fishing tournaments.
I had
Yeah,
to
right.
I had to go down to the city today to do.
I do say some dumb shit every now and then. Though.
So I had to go down to the city today to support a colleague of mine who recently got a promotion. It's a very high promotion. I'm very proud of him.
Martin, how much
This,
for one
that,
of the
and the other.
DT6, them giant DT6?
They're like $90
What's
a
a-
piece.
What's the price? You got a price on one of those?
I got the one. A buddy got it at an auction for me for like 90, and that's
God,
the
that's
cheapest.
cheap.
That's
so
the
cheap.
cheapest
They're-
one.
I,
Yeah.
I haven't been able to find one for less than like 300.
Yeah, I need to. Get
Oh,
one of those.
I missed a box one for like 250 a couple weeks ago.
I
But
know it's freaking
What
crazy.
is it?
So they're
DT6.
giant. It's a DT6
Oh,
that's like this
okay.
fucking big.
All right.
That what he's got hanging from his ceiling back there. I
That's
mean, they're
badass.
they're cute. They're badass. I wanted one of the DTs. They don't make the DTs anymore. Like you can get on Rapala's website and get the floating Rapala one pretty regularly, but they don't make the DT ones anymore.
yeah, they sell the jerkbait at Dick's now.
Yeah, I saw them there about a month ago.
So my quote that is now getting taken from everyone else that was with me is when you stop in Baltimore City, it's if that shit ain't green, your shit getting clean. And nobody had heard that before. I was like, what are you talking about? You guys haven't heard that before?
Hey,
Like-
thanks, Joe. We'll take you up on that. Joe can, if anybody wants to do, Joe can put you guys on some smallmouth or some serious rockfish. Probably
Yeah,
some
dude,
walleye. Joe
so-
Zebek's a very good fisherman in the local area.
Dude, so
especially
like
on the
honestly,
Susquehanna.
bro, the rockfish season is something I always wanted to do as a kid, man. Because like before I got into bass, like me and my
Yeah.
uncle used to like rock some stripers. But yeah, I totally missed that. So Joe,
I mean,
I might want to
In his profile, in Joe's profile picture, he's holding a rockfish larger than his body.
like especially the
That is a
flats,
big-
dude.
that is a big
Because
rock.
So, I mean, if that doesn't tell you anything, get in contact with Joe. He'll put
Yeah.
you on him.
no, I might take you up on that, man, for real. Because like back in the day, that me and my uncle used to wait all fucking year to go up there in the spring, and I don't know that we ever made it up there. Like we would go up there later and during the shad run or earlier during the shad.
Oh,
run.
the super wraps. The super wrap is a big time striper bait in the river in the springtime when they're trolling. for
I've
'em.
never heard of that.
The super
Never
wrap
heard of
it's like an 8-inch shad wrap.
What
it.
about
No
the?
shit. Oh, dude, I have seen that. Yeah. I didn't. know it
Hey,
was
hey,
called
Joe!
that.
Before you hop off, what about the old man stretch 8 there, brother? You got
Dude,
any?
I
You got,
thought
you
them
got,
guys,
you
man-
got any man stretch 8s in the arsenal?
I thought
More like
those-
the stretch 20.
The stretch 20, but if you're in the Susquehanna, you're not running a stretch.
Dude, I thought
20.
those guys used this like giant pig fluke looking things, like the 8 to 10-inch flukes.
No, they troll. I have a buddy of mine that's early in the springtime. The early season rockfish.
Martin came
And-
back with
and
a
they just
box.
roll-
I'm excited.
They troll. They just troll those like big super wraps.
Nope.
Martin, come on. You went to look. You're like a cam girl. You went to get the cute lingerie on. Just show it to us.
You have to pay. You have to pay your subscription to see what's in the box.
Damn it!
There's nothing
Just
fun
like
in
the
that.
real lingerie.
I'll pay you $10 a month.
Oh, the BKD. That's what you're thinking of, Tony. That's the big
Yeah.
big fluke.
It's like a
Oh,
giant
It's a big
single-tailed
slug.
fluke.
It's like a big sluggo.
Yes.
Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta have the updated. See,
Look,
Martin
this guy,
knows, he's
dude,
got
he's
the
got
gummies.
practice.
He's got the Gamagatsu.
Did he flashed the camera and everything?
Martin
Come on.
sent me a message the other day after we were talking about after last week when we were talking about swapping hooks on jerk baits.
Yeah.
He's like, thanks a lot. Everyone is sold out of the hooks you mentioned.
Nice.
We
See,
can
Yeah, I don't
only-
tr- I
we
don't
can
trust the
only
guy in
point to
Indonesia.
That stuff that everybody wants.
See, like I wish Rob was on right now because Rob will be pointing at me and laughing. He's like, "Yeah,
You
I
know
fished
what?
with you one time, and every fucking hook in your tackle box was rusty as
That's
shit."
that's the idea. We need to come up with a video of hooks and stuff of like the number one thing is always sold out. So what is the second best that you can get when that number one thing you want is not
I don't know.
there?
Rusty ass hook.
So I actually ran into Martin, same issue. I was actually looking for those specific hooks. I don't have a number 2. I don't trust any other hook on a jerkbait. I do not. And
What do you use? The number 3?
No, it's a number 5 Gamagatsu G Finesse, and They're sold out everywhere. Like, you cannot get them.
Martin's face, he's like, shut
So
Yeah.
yeah, no, I mean they're sold out
I have every
everywhere.
other
Nobody-
size but
nobody-
5.
Right. And
every
number
other Bud Fight.
and number five is the size on a 110. Like on a Vision 110, that's the size.
You know what the
They're
best
the
part-
worst hooks ever.
So I think the most
What, the
legendary
110?
part
Anything that
about
comes on Mega Bass hook wise is garbage.
so
Anything.
here's the thing. I've known Martin for like 5 years, and I've only fished with him twice. But
That's
every
5
time we
years of your
fish
life.
together, is it not legendary? Like every time me and Martin have fished together, something legendary happens. Like the first time we were on the Nanacoke, my lower unit I didn't hit anything. It just fell apart.
2 years.
Like it broke in half.
2
The
years.
second time we caught like 100 fish each. It was just fucking
Two
crazy.
years. Two
Like-
years ago. 2 years ago when we were all on the back channel, when you and Martin were fishing together.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
Dude,
about.
we all were fucking wrecked.
That was a
That
fun
was one
day.
of my best. Oh my
Bro.
god, that was such a fun day.
Martin rides the
Yeah. I have that effect on people when I fish with them.
Can you hop on my boat every now and then in like one of my tournaments when I don't have a rider?
Oh,
Because-
so
I need-
remember
Remember when-
I spent the
we were
whole year looking for your rocks in the river. So yeah, anytime you want. I'm on the back.
remember we were talking
don't
about
show
the
Nobody knows where those rocks are.
remember we were talking about the circle function.
I know where
So-
they're not.
So Martin was with me on the back of my boat when there was a dude in like a brand new fucking Ranger making circles around me and Martin. And we
That was
were
that day.
catching
That was that same day.
every other
with,
fucking cat.
with Paul.
This guy never got a bite. Like it was awesome.
That was funny. Yeah, that was the day that Ken Eng and Mark were out there. Fucking
First cast,
like,
5-pounder.
in like the first hour, like first cast, he caught a 5-pounder.
Dude, I'm not even gonna lie. That kind of pissed me off because I was sitting there first, and Ken comes up, and he was plenty far away and all that and good stuff. But like first cast, Martin's like, I think he's got one. I'm like, yeah, it looks like. Oh, that's a big one. Fuck,
Yeah.
damn it! Like, fuck.
So
Like-
the worst part about that was he would have had our big bag for the year in our club in that tournament. He had he had over 19 pounds. He had some battery issues and some live well issues.
Dude, but his fish died or
He had
something.
4 fish die.
Ugh, that
Damn.
sucks.
So which took him down. To
Was
like
that a
7
Ranger? Oh no, that's
No,
a cat.
no, it wasn't. You motherfucker.
It's a bass cat, but
So what just happened?
so that took him down to like 17.2, which took him he didn't even win the tournament. So it would have been the biggest bag he ever weighed in. And then he ended up not even winning the tournament. Tom Todd had like 17.8.
That's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah, I felt so bad for him because like he's tried so he puts in the time and he really tries hard.
He's a good dude. Yeah.
He's a great dude.
Yeah, I like Ken.
And he finally catches a big bag
Dude,
and he has fucking
I'm not
issues.
gonna lie to you. I almost had the same thing happen to me. The first ever Team Outcast Club tournament that I won, I had a buddy of mine in the back of the boat with me. Martin, you probably remember. His name was a good friend of mine from high school. Sean was his name. He never fished the Upper Bay. He's got a place out in Deep Creek. He's like, Deep Creek is the best bass fishing lake ever. I'm like, bro, come to this class with me one fucking time. We went out in the middle of July, perfect frog season, right? I catch a fucking like a I don't know, 13 and a half inch smallmouth on a frog. I'm like, I don't even want to put this thing in the box. So I throw it in the box and I finally catch my 5th keeper. And this thing is like almost fucking dead. So I got it in the net and I'm literally like, I'm just staring at it. I'm like, please God, twitch. And it's just like kind of halfway right itself. I'm like, it's alive, throw it out. He's like, I saw it. It was alive. It fucking moved. Like, you're good. Didn't even have the golden eye yet, but I was like, thank fucking God. Put my 5th keeper in and I called twice. But I was like, fuck that shit.
Did you have a call tag on it?
No, I didn't. I called on the back channel on a fucking frog.
Usually, a lot of times, and that's something what a lot of people don't realize. Like, if you're using call tags on smallmouth, like if it's anything under 14 inches, between 12 and 14 inches, don't put a call tag on it.
Right.
Smallmouth are really prone to dying. with
Dude,
these call
like
tags.
every time.
the new style call tags. Now that you don't have the piercing call tags, we never had that issue with the piercing call tags. Smallmouth would live. You could put call tag in it, no problem. With the new ones, I think it opens their mouth some,
Mhm.
and
They
the
just
small
can't
ones,
breathe as good.
they'll fucking die
Yeah.
real fast. So if I catch a 13-inch smallmouth, it never gets a call tag.
So, Martin, was it this year or last year that you had the biggest smallmouth in the club?
It was this year and then the year before last. Last
How
year I
big?
had the biggest largemouth.
How big was the smallmouth?
This year, like 3.5, 3.5 something. I think. No, it wasn't that big at all.
Tony got me all excited. Like, I'm thinking it's it's like a fucking 5-pounder or something.
Our last tournament of the year was Conowingo, so it was the only fish I caught that day. So luckily, I got paid on it. But 3 years in a row, I've won a big fish in our club. So
that surprises me because that was the biggest smallmouth caught. Only because I know certain people in your club and where they like to fish out of Haverty Grace, and knowing the size of smallmouth that are in there.
That was pretty much, I beat like the other one by just a little bit. That was caught earlier in the year on the Susquehanna. And then of course Tony didn't fish Conowingo, so I got away with that one, I guess.
Yeah, I know this spring, Mark Sylvia, I took him out. We were out fun fishing. He caught 1 over 5. It's the biggest smallmouth that I've ever seen come out of the Haverty Grace area, out of the tidal water.
Oh shit!
Well, Clint, the year I won big fish with our smallmouth, I was a rider. It was my last year as a rider in the club. Clint's like, "Here's the deal." He's like, "We're gonna throw top waters. We're gonna go run down this stretch." He's like, "We're gonna do that all day and just fish for the big smallmouth." I was like, "All right, no problem." So I rig up the Rover. We go out with him. I catch 2 like right away, decent ones, and then all of a sudden, man, I hooked that big one, and he's just like, "You dickbag," and then dickbag became my name from Clint. Because he came up with a plan, and I executed it.
Yep.
He's like, "That's my fish, you dickbag." So it was a pretty good day for me. Every time I fish with Clint's fun because he's like one of the funnest dudes you ever will fish with in your life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had such a good time in New York with Clint. I mean, that's somebody I've obviously I've known Clint for years, and fish around each other because for some reason we always schedule our tournaments on the same time.
I don't want to fish around him anymore ever again. But other than that,
we can't talk about why. Well, maybe
I know exactly why.
Yeah, I know why.
The whole.
It's funny. You're correct.
The whole thing.
When I show up at a tournament that's over 2 hours away, and Clint not being in the tournament all of a sudden comes idling down the river.
Let's not go there.
It always works out like that. I swear to God, it does.
That was funny. I was like, I see. I'm fishing this one.
I know where you were talking.
And
about too.
I see this boat. Like I just idling down. I'm like, that looks like Clint. What the fuck's he doing here?
I'm fucking 4 hours away from home. What are you doing?
He comes. Actually, to be precise, he was an hour and 20 minutes away from home in Caroline County, if I'm correct. Was I not? In the Eastern Shore River.
It was, yeah, but that's more than an hour and 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the one that begins with an N, right? The other one?
Yes.
Okay.
All of them.
Correct.
So it takes me. It's about an hour and 55 minutes if I don't have traffic from my house.
Is it really that much? Dude, it took me an hour and 20 to get there. Like, no problem.
No. There's no way.
I was doing 85 the whole way.
It's the same distance away as Madeline. It's 2 miles farther than Madeline.
Yeah, but coming home is way better.
Not really.
Like, I don't know, dude. Like,
you got to come home. You basically come home the same way.
We fished Shenanigans. It took me longer to get home from the fucking Potomac, and Skylar was with me on both trips, so he can vouch for this. It took me longer to get home from the fucking Potomac this year than it took from the fucking Anacoke.
Like, it's the Potomac's a mess. I mean, I've had multiple times where it's taken me 3+ hours to get home.
I can't fucking stand it. Like, I don't fuck with it. Like, I don't have to fish the Potomac ever again in my life, to be completely honest.
Usually, if I'm fishing the chop tank in the morning when it's super early, if I'm driving down the morning of, which I rarely do, I'll take the Bay Bridge.
Yeah.
And then when I come home, I'll come home through Delaware because it's always faster.
Up through Haverty Grace and shit.
It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes if you go.
Dude, like, I've said it before, man, and I'll say it again. I'm going to learn the sassafras at some point.
Sass is a good river. There's a lot of big fish in the Sass.
Like, I'm going to learn it. I'm going to learn it outside of the Steve Von Brandt fucking fishing report from 2008.
I hate that dude.
That says, like, you fish 2 creeks in the spring and then you fuck off the rest of the year. Like, I need to learn that fucking river.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that dude.
I've heard mixed reviews, but like, that's not even the point. Is it's a fucking big ass river.
I don't like him as a person.
I don't know at all, honestly. Like, I don't know the guy. I want to learn the sass, and I want to learn the bush. And I know that the bush isn't that great of a fishery, but I want to learn it anyway because it's right there. And I should.
I watched that dude spam every fishing group on Facebook with a GoFundMe that he created.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because his car broke down.
Yeah,
Like he was on fucking fishing groups begging for money.
Yeah, I remember that. It was, and he blamed COVID for it. I don't here to judge. I'm not perfect.
I'm not perfect either, but I ain't.
But
I mean, I ain't never begged for money.
I can say I haven't either. I begged for jackhammers.
I'll figure it out.
Twice.
I'll figure it out or put it on a credit card.
That is worth it.
What would you do for a jackhammer?
On the next episode of Bass.
Tony, would you like a butthole?
No.
What would I do for a jackhammer?
Martin, if you tuned into the beginning of the show, you would hear that mine still works.
Oh
So
my
you
god!
can know what I have
listen
not
for
done for a
explicit things
jackhammer.
now.
I heard it.
So, are you going? The question is are you or are you not going to the range tomorrow? Will I see you there?
Nah, I don't have money to spend on ammo like you.
You want to go fishing?
I don't have money to spend on ammo either, but I still fucking do it because I mean,
I spent it on Paul's favorite Lake Anna jerkbait is what I spent all my money on.
Is that a match ad?
Yes,
Listen,
it is, sir.
Martin, do you or do you not?
Boy,
Martin, do you have anything chambered in 40?
I just picked up that color.
Every round.
No,
I
that's I laugh so hard every time because you guys, that's the gayest caliber that there is. Short and weak.
okay. First of all, motherfucker, don't fucking
Yeah.
talk shit.
why would you go
Can I
40
take
in between 9mm and 45? 40 and 9mm is very
Go on a
Are we gonna
go
do
on a
this right
Can I
now?
take this
go on a
down?
gun
There
for
is
him.
not
Hold on.
that much of
I
a
just need to
difference
make a
between
correction.
the 40 and the
Are we
9mm.
gonna do this right now?
I just need to make a correction to this. The gayest round ever is a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Okay, first of all, what the fuck is going
I
on
don't
right
know
now?
if I agree with that either.
Gayest round ever.
You guys, okay, first of all, Martin's the guest here.
Grow
Martin,
a fucking pair
I-
and shoot a 30-06.
before I relay into everyone on this podcast, I want to hear Martin say something because he's taken the time to be on the show. Martin, the floor is yours before I freak the fuck out. Go.
What do you want to know?
About 40.
About 40 cows.
He's like, what do you want to know?
Because now
40
I'm
cal?
fucking triggered. Yes. Why?
Go-
Well, it's literally fucking the same thing. Everything you want in a 9mm, it's better. What the fuck's the problem? I don't.
Four-
Why
40
would you not just go to a 45? It's the same thing.
All right,
Because it's
look,
twice the fucking price to shoot than of 9mm.
And you
I can break it down real quick.
And you can
40
get 9mm
hold
for
on, hold
cheaper.
on.
It's the same thing.
Martin's going to break it down.
I'm going to jump off a bridge.
We're on 9mm.
Look,
Break it down.
Mark gonna explain it to you so you can understand.
Okay,
40 cal
speak
is
slowly
is
because I'm illiterate.
40 cal is the Guggen Bates of the gun world.
Yes! Yes!
Dude,
Yes!
if this was my, bro, I'm not even gonna lie to you right now. If this was my headset, I would have thrown it through the wall and into the neighbor's yard. Bro.
Oh, yes.
That's why the cops shoot them, man. That's why the cops use it.
No, I gotta hear the rest of your points so I can fucking seethe over this before
That's
I
the
answer.
best comment ever.
What's my
said.
point?
Oh,
That's
give
the
me-
point.
Oh
Comment
my
ever
god, I
so
need a
far,
fucking
dude.
dip. So can I please have a pinch of Stokers? Because
Dude,
Martin,
go
you
give-
have
go give me-
ruined.
Go give me a beer, Tony.
No, I got to do this first because Martin fucked up my fucking 6 weeks of fucking sobriety from fucking nicotine.
Bates
of
ammo.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god.
That was the nerve
What do
right
you get?
there.
You get like 50 extra greens.
Is my
in
face
there.
red right now? It has to be fucking red. Oh my god, that was it. I still love you, Martin, but like, what the fuck, dude? That was.
I love you. I'll tell you straight. That's because I love you. It's tough love.
No, it's because
Martin,
I don't understand. That's uncalled for.
That isn't okay. That wasn't a pinch. That was a bite.
I will say, Martin,
What kind of beer?
we
you
need to
want?
go. We need to go fishing together
One
because
of the
you're
snaps.
like my favorite
Okay.
person that I've
One of
never
these
fished
or one of
with.
these?
I know, dude.
Damn it, fucker! I know, right?
One day
Sell
we're
it.
gonna make it. We're gonna make it out together, and it's gonna be a blast.
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Oh my
And unlike
God.
fishing with Tony, I'll actually put you on fish.
Oy.
Okay, cool. All right.
No, I'm good. Yeah, we'll
Tony,
get on some
Tony's,
fish.
Tony's having a stroke out in my kitchen.
Yeah, I
right
want
now.
to. I definitely would do that.
You know what's
Are you
sad? I'm actually really happy
what's
to
a-
have real tobacco in my fucking lip right now. I'm not even gonna
What's
lie to you.
what's the deal with the new club? So what's going on with that? Tony
Finally-
hasn't really told me. a lot about it, but
We finally got a name.
what is the name?
We,
Because I saw something on the when we were making our schedule the other night.
Team Long Dick.
I saw something on the
Team 40 caliber because it's the best round ever, motherfucker. And I don't want to hear anything that says otherwise.
I saw something on the DNR site, and it made me think of you guys. And
what you saw? No,
Pretty sure.
we killed that shit.
Okay,
It's still maybe registered like that, but it don't mean nothing.
so it's
I
not
will
what's
tell
registered.
you-
but that was you guys that were registered for those tournaments.
Oh my God.
Here's the deal. We literally voted on, not really even voted because there's only 2 suggestions for the fucking name, but we all decided on this name basically that nobody really was enthusiastic about. 5 minutes later, as we're walking out the door, I just spit out the next fucking thing, and everybody's like, "Man, we should call it that."
Was it you or was it Kevin that said it?
It was me talking to Kevin. Me and him as we were walking out. I was like, "Shit, man, I said we should just call this the Bass Mafia and or Bass Militia."
That's not what we call
Bass
it.
Militia.
Bass Militia.
Militia.
Now,
And I'm
why do we
staring at
call
it.
it
I'm staring at
militia?
a Bass Mafia.
Because Bass Mafia is copyrighted.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's why we call it Bass Militia, and I won't say who's in the club.
Yeah,
or where.
exactly.
I won't say who's in the club or where, but put it this way: the last Bass Militia.
I
club
want to be in
meeting,
the Bass Militia.
There was.
We associate
Martin,
with
would
that
you-
flag behind you.
So, Martin, how many weapons,
Oh,
firearms would
I think
you
you're talking about
say
that one.
were brought to the last Bass Militia meeting? Over under 40.
Well, there's 40 that live there.
There's-
So additionals over under 15.
I love Clint.
Yeah, there was a handful. I didn't count, but I brought 3, and I didn't even plan to shoot. And I only had 3 that I can shoot at that little range. So
The Bass Militia could probably arm the Ukraine right now. Like, to be completely
no, we're already doing that.
Yeah, with Abrams tanks.
okay.
I just want to respond to Dustin real quick and just let him know that I would never take Martin to my rocks because
Oh, I can't see
I
comments.
still-
Fuck.
so Dustin said I totally
He
would
says I
I
can't
totally
see.
wouldn't ask Martin where Paul's rocks are.
Oh, I'd
So,
never
first
tell
of
him. He
all,
knows.
Ain't nobody finding out where those rocks are. Nobody. I will not take anyone to these rocks. I spent a
What an
lot
enemy.
of time idling Conowingo to find those rocks, and I am not giving those up.
So
I ain't talking about those rocks.
Oh, are you talking about the 22-pound rocks?
No, he's talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh no, he's talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about. Okay.
So,
I got an idea. I may not know how to fish it if I did find them, but
Okay, so I want to move
Interesting.
on for just a moment.
Those aren't a secret.
So coming.
either way,
from
I still
somebody-
want to do. I want to see like the 360, all the shit that Riverboat Rob got the experience. I want to be that guy one day. You know what I mean?
Hey,
And
anytime.
be like, look. He was like, look, there's the grass, and they threw to it, and I caught
Martin,
one. I
just
want to be
put
like
on
that.
sides, Martin, just put on one side a side scan and go around in a circle a bunch of times. It's the same thing. Trust me.
I do that now. I just don't know what I'm looking at.
So I'll tell you, Rob. He experienced 2 different things. So last year when I took him up on the flats, he experienced 360, and when he came down to Lake Anna with me, and
Live
he
scope.
saw the shit that I was doing on live scope, he was like, "What the fuck?"
What the fuck?
Okay, so like now,
I mean, I can't count the amount of times I was like just like panning around with live scope. And like, oh, there's one.
so we got to get back to this. I don't own it, but I have issue with the 6.5. What's wrong with the Creedmoor? What's wrong with it? There's nothing wrong with
It's a bit. It's like a 40 cal. It's a bitch round.
Oh my god, I've literally never been so upset on the show before. What about it is so bad? It's a fucking. It
So
does
would
what
you
it's.
shoot? Would you shoot Valkyrie over it? Like
30-06. Why don't you just shoot 30-06?
because
Don't be a bitch.
It's oh my
everybody
god,
gets
it's
30
preference.
No,
Holy
everyone
shit.
has 6.5 Creedmoor.
no,
Okay,
they
so-
don't.
I will say this. No. I will say this. The people that are diehard 6.5 Creedmoor fans make it their whole fucking personality. It's like, hi, my name's Bob. Have you ever shot a 6.5 Creedmoor? No, dude. I don't. What? Like, I just met you. We're in line at the DMV. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, so it's like the guys who fish big swim baits.
Agreed.
I will leave this conversation.
Okay, but
I will
Look.
walk out of my own house right now,
It is
and I will go down the
2022.
street.
it is 2022. Round supremacy is long gone. We have moved past that as a society. okay? If you want to shoot a 40, go shoot a 40. If you want to shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor, shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor. I'm partial to 7.62.
Shoot what you want, but don't tell me that it's the best round on the market.
How many? I agree. I completely agree. How many people on this podcast right now have ever fired a fucking 7.62? Raise your hand. Okay, fuck you guys.
That's
Wait,
literally every
7.62 by what?
Yes. 7.62 by
7.62
39.
by
I
what?
shot mine out of an M14. It was awesome. It was a great
I
experience.
shot
mine.
39. I shot by 25. I shot by 54.
Yeah, I shot mine out of
Okay.
AK.
All right. You guys win that round. How many have you shot full?
And it
auto?
was badass, I might say.
I have not been able to experience full auto because when I was into guns, full auto wasn't a thing in the general public.
It's not. It's still
not. Really
Oh, it
a thing in
is.
general
It's a
public.
lot. It's a lot more prevalent now than it was.
Okay, do you really
Like,
want to
when
get
it
us
was, like,
banned?
15
Talk about
years.
automatic weapons on the internet right now.
All right,
Don't do
here, I'll get you banned. So I was gonna, because of Clint's little range, I was gonna put my bump stock on my 9mm AR.
You should still do
What's
it.
what's a bump stock? I don't
know what a
I've
bump
It
never-
makes a
Right.
gun shoot really fast and it kills
I've
people, so it's
never-
illegal.
I never heard what bump stooks do.
Dustin has a pellet rifle that identifies as a 50 cal.
So like we're totally getting banned after this.
So
week. I'm
that-
convinced.
So Dustin
Um,
mentioned that is one thing that I've always wanted to shoot that I've never got a chance to.
It's a bump
A
stock.
50 BMG.
Dude. So
Dude, that's
I'll
like
take it up-
$6 a round.
I'll take it up a notch.
Yeah, I know. That's not cheap.
I have probably put over 1,000 rounds through a Ma Deuce and M2.
Yeah.
I think it's
It
like
is
5.
life changing, dude.
Dude,
Well,
but
yeah,
I,
but
feel
I
like,
don't-
I feel like a sniper
Yeah,
compared
I
to a
want to shoot out of a
freaking
rifle.
a
Not-
Browning is different.
So it is, but like here's the thing: when you
Yeah,
shoot
but
a
that
50,
I don't know when
like-
that don't.
It's not that. It's not even that. It's
You want to shoot like the Barrett.
It's like your brain gets right. Like, oh my god! Did I hit what I was fucking shooting at? Am I even in the same zip code?
See,
And then
that's
it's
what I
like-
like about the sniper
do you wanna-
rifles. Though, it's just kind of just like
recoilless recoilless barrels and all kinds of fun
I
shit.
mean, you
that
can
it
just
does.
watch. I mean, a 50 cal was so big that on
So-
a long enough shot, you can watch
I-
the bullet.
I've
Yeah.
shot
Oh,
next
yeah.
to a guy
We
shooting a
shoot
Barrett, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
You say Barrett?
I've been in the lane next to a guy shooting a Barrett 50 cal, and
Oh,
You-
you,
dude,
just,
you feel
you just go,
it.
just leave because
It's because of
it's
that
not
muzzle
fun
brake.
for you.
So,
So-
the muzzle
yeah.
the muzzle brake goes back at a 45-degree angle. So if you're sitting,
You
if
get
you're
blasted.
you get you
Yeah.
get fucking wrecked.
So like, so obviously when we go up on the range, everyone you get inspected for eye pro, ear pro, all that shit. Let me tell you, it doesn't do shit. You know why? Because when you shoot a 50 cal, when you shoot a Ma Deuce, the sand from your feet flies up. It's fucking incredible. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm blind. Oh, by the way, you have 30 more seconds to engage like 12 targets. Oh, like it's otherworldly. But I will say, I actually enjoyed shooting the 249 Saw more because the fire rate's so much higher.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just, I set the range on fire. I can't even fucking
So-
lie about that. Like,
I
it's
saw
so
it.
much fun.
I saw a video the other day of a guy making a 3,000-yard shot, and they were spotting it, and they timed the bullet flight
It's like 4 seconds at that rate, isn't it?
7.5 seconds.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
So he's laying prone, and he fires. Head comes up, goes back down to the scope
And
to
then
watch the like. He actually pulls his head up, looks, and then looks back, talks to his spotter, and then looks back down to the
Wait.
scope to watch it.
Yeah, dude. So that's the cool thing.
7.5
is, like,
seconds of flight time. It's
So
fucking-
when we go to shoot,
I think he was shooting a 338 Lapua.
our furthest
That makes
targets,
sense.
our furthest
I love
targets,
it.
on,
That's like one of my favorite rounds.
our
That's a
furthest
freaking-
targets.
That's a badass round.
So when we shoot at the range, our furthest targets are 300 yards, and you can actually, if you shoot with both eyes open like I do, you can actually, if you, not every shot, but probably 50% of the shots, you can actually see the round like travel for just a fraction of a second. And if
Yeah.
you're good enough, if you shoot enough, like when I was in training environments, we shot like every day, so you could actually see that round hit the target where, like, you could tell, like, oh, I hit that on the right shoulder, and your spotter would be like, yeah, you did. How the fuck did you see that? I was like, put my left eye.
That's a trail.
Like, yeah, but it's cool because you can actually watch it, and like the rounds have a curvature to it depending on the round quality and all that shit. So like, because they
bullet spin. Yeah.
exactly. So a lot of
Spins around.
times, like when I would shoot mine at 300 yards, you could just see it maybe about an inch at most. it would just kind of have that little downward dip to the right.
Bro,
It
if
was
you're
cool
not
as
worried
hell to
about
see
that
it.
Coriolis effect, you ain't shooting.
You ain't shooting far enough.
I remember one time, dude, I remember I was shooting and I was training environment. So you're like a fucking nobody up there. And I missed my first shot. I was like, fuck. And my spotter was just some old crusty master. He's like, how the fuck did you miss that? You've been talking shit all week. I was like, yeah, it's cold bore. He's like, what the fuck? Fuck you. I'm like, I know, it's a joke. He's like, go to hell, bitch. Shoot the rest of your target. It was like one shot. I missed one shot out of 40, and that was that shot, and I never lived it down. This motherfucker ripped me.
That's hilarious.
So my funniest range story is I was in Fort Pickett, and I'm up there shooting. I can shoot. I'm not the best in the world, but I can shoot, right? And the guy who we had him on the show, Cliff. Yep. Cliff is a fucking Army Ranger. That motherfucker doesn't miss a shot. Like he goes up to shoot. Cliff goes up to shoot. He hits his fucking target. Period. End of sentence. So I go up there. I'm on range. Out of 40 shots, I hit like 16. I was like, what the fuck? And Cliff's like, you fucking suck. I'm like, yeah, thanks, but like something's wrong. He's like, no, you just suck. I'm like, no, something is wrong. So I pull my weapon apart. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, dude, this is fucked up. I put it back together. I'm like, I guess I just fucking suck today. I look at the front sight post. It's like that. I'm like, hey, Cliff, see it? He's like, hold on. Goes up and shoots 40 out of 40 with a fucking crooked sight post. He's like, yeah, I'm just better than you. Your rifle's fucked up, but I'm better than you. I'm like,
one of the funniest things that I ever experienced was when I was younger. I was probably 12 or 13. Like I was just in high school.
What?
So
what are you doing?
So
what are you doing?
He's flashing the camera again.
The plopper topper.
Whoa!
I hate that. I hate that shit.
People don't.
They threw these at the crowd at SFT Bass Fest. They fucking had
because nobody was buying
away. No, I know. We were laughing. Everybody was cracking up, making fun on the board and shit. It was hilarious. He had to get on the mic and like tell people like
throw them back.
So a friend of my parents, he was a detective for Harford County Sheriff for a long time. He did a lot of competition shooting as well. He was certified gunsmith through Remington. Incredibly good shooter. And my dad gets a 1911, first like modern handgun that he's ever owned. And we grew up on a farm, so we just shoot out back, right? So we're out shooting, and there's like, got the can on the fence post, right? And he's like trying to figure this out. And Richard was over, and he had his service weapon with him, which was a Glock.
40 cal.
No, this would have been 9mm. This was before 40 cal was popular.
Are we gonna go back to that? I just my blood pressure just got back to normal. All right.
So
I'm sorry.
Dude, oh my god.
Why would you pay extra money and not just get a 9mm?
I'm gonna walk out. I've never walked out on the show before, but I'm gonna do it.
So my dad shoots a 7, his 7 round, 7 or 8 rounds through the 1911. What's the 1911? 8. So
8-1 in the chamber, yeah.
Right.
Well, 7-1 in the chamber technically.
So he shoots his 7 or 8 rounds of this can, and like he hit it once, and he set it back up, and Richard's like, oh, hey, I guess that's not bad for your first time. Pulls out a service weapon, shoots it off the fence post, puts every fucking, and he's not close. Like this is not like a normal like pistol distance. I mean, not far away, but probably 25, 30 yards.
Yeah.
Every fucking round can just boom, 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 and he changes it out, and he's like, okay, once he get one-handed, puts one hand behind his back, just every single one, just destroyed this can. I was so fucking impressed by that. It was
say he's fucking law enforcement.
He was a detective for Harford County Sheriff's.
Good deal.
So,
dude, I honestly wish we shot in the military more than we do, but I try to shoot as much as I can just because it is a perishable skill for sure.
I used to shoot trap with him a lot.
We should do that. Like we should go to lock.
Oh, we've been on for a while. Yeah, I'm always down. I'm not big into just like going out and like planking, but I will shoot trap anytime that you want. I haven't done it in a very long time, so I probably fucking.
Dude, come to Quinn's house and plank. It's fun.
It is fun.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
Send me an invite, dude. I'll come on, dude. I got the 15. I got the 1522. It's an AR platform 22.
Yeah, I know. I was shooting my 1022 last weekend there. I think it was a tack driver.
I own 3 guns, none of which are at my house.
Oh, and on that note, before we all
need a suppressor,
and that is going to be it for us. Martin, dude, we really appreciate you for clicking that link and joining us, bro.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Martin.
Thanks for having me,
We
man.
definitely want to have you on to talk to us a little bit more this summer when we're getting into some of the tournaments and everything going on. Enjoy having you come on. Thanks for coming on with us.
Hit me up anytime you want to go fishing, and especially if you want to go fishing this time of year. I fish all winter, so
Yeah. Hey, also, our new club is a no rider club, so we can have guests anytime. So you always will have a boat to hop on, both of you, when we have our tournament. So
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I will probably.
So
do
is
that.
the Bass Militia Club, is it full already?
It is for right now.
as far as I know, there was one invite sent out that wasn't taken.
So the reason, so let
Now,
me say this.
how many guys do you guys have?
Before we knock it, so I think we're at 11 right now.
And
11.
The reason,
It was capped at 12.
I will say that I was invited
so the reason,
by someone.
the reason,
I have to.
Lost you.
so it okay.
No,
so
Chad muted us.
so
Yeah.
the reason.
No, I just have too much stuff going on. I
The-
would have loved to fish.
The
with you guys.
reason why it is set the way
You still
it
can
is-
be an honorary guest.
The reason is we had issues in the old club, and I still love all those guys in the old club, every single one of them.
Every one of
There
them.
was there was too many people, there was too many issues, and we kept the core group of Team Outcasts in this club until we make sure that it runs smoothly, and then we will bring in new members.
So I will. So I will give
I
you
want
guys.
to be number 1 or 2 on that damn list.
I will give you guys a bit
Get a
of
boat.
advice.
He's got a boat.
I have one,
I will-
kinda.
So I'll give you guys a bit of advice. There is a reason that River Rats has a capped membership at 16.
Mhm.
Yeah, we talked
Because-
about it.
If I don't know how much you know about the history of Outcast, but Outcast was formed off of River Rats.
Yep.
Because there was a time when River Rats got too big. A lot of guys wanted to fish things like the SQTs. A lot of guys just wanted to do the club stuff, and there was a rift. And when you get so big, it clicks for them. And you really get out of being a club, and it's like clubs within a club.
Yep.
When you
Yeah.
get
It was
to
turning
certain
into
guys.
that at Outcast. And again, I have no issues with anyone out there, period.
Oh yeah,
But-
no, I don't have any. Yeah, I've never had any
It got to
issues
the
with
point where it was more about the bullshit versus going fishing.
For me, it was about the strict schedule for the SQTs.
Yeah, that was a part of it
Yeah.
for me too.
I felt
would
it-
love to be SQTs, but I
it-
can't.
For what? 4 guys? For what? The 3
For,
or 4
for
guys?
3 guys in the club that
That's
20
people in the
guys.
club, and 3, and you're making exceptions for 3. We don't if you I fish the SQTs every year. They don't. We have 2
I fished
other
them
guys
too, and
SQTs every
I
year.
get it. But
Nobody we don't make any exceptions other than scheduling around them. To make sure there's no conflicts. Our schedule is our schedule. That's the club schedule. We don't do any of this bullshit. Well, I didn't practice. We don't even fucking practice. We don't even make an exception for Mr. Bass, which is the only thing that the club in general really all fishes.
yeah, well, we set our schedules before every SQT, so we would sit there and have to plan what week or 2 in advance because of the tide or shit, for that event. And we'd be missing out on prime meat season, and in the Upper Bay, we'd be dicking around on
You're
Eastern
fishing in
Shore.
Nanticoke in June or something,
Right,
when you should be hammering them on the flats.
Right.
Yeah, I know that. I know Tony mentioned that to me, one time, and that's, that's kind of bullshit. Just to be blunt, but I understand wanting to practice for them, but do that on your own time. Don't sacrifice the club. When you have a majority of people that aren't doing that stuff,
And
don't
to
sacrifice the club just so you can practice.
and to the former club's credit, that was what that club was.
That was what it was made for, right?
Yeah,
and
so-
and that,
I mean, 100%.
So-
I know all about it.
I because those guys, that's what they wanted to do, and more power to them. It wasn't for me. I, having no issues with anybody, decided, hey, I'm going to go elsewhere. And I wish all those guys the best of success and the best of luck. And truly, I would fish with them any day of the week and twice a
Oh,
month.
I
You
mean,
know?
I still will.
I like those guys. I like you guys. I don't have any problems with any of those guys.
I fish with all you
Other than-
assholes. I don't discriminate.
Other than a certain someone being a grumpy motherfucker when we were in New York. Jesus Christ.
No, I thought it was me just for being a bitch.
No. There was somebody that was with us in New York that was just being a grumpy motherfucker.
Skadoosh. But
So
anyways,
we
guys,
gotta get
listen, we're getting out of here. We are 2 hours and 18 minutes in. Martin, we appreciate you logging in and giving us some insight and talking to us, brother. Appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate all of our followers that watch the show and give us conversation and comments.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. And we've been doing just Fridays, but when we do, I don't know what that means. When we do go back into our normal season mode, we'll be getting back into our Tuesdays and Fridays again.
Oh shit, my bad. I fucked up.
But as of right now, we're just rocking the Fridays and until we get a little bit more action going on. And
That is a Weatherby 300 mag, and that is a fucking massive fucking chunk of lead.
what was it,
Not
like
bad.
a fucking elephant rifle?
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
All
All right, Dan. Anyways,
I mean, it's
peace
still
out,
a 30
guys.
caliber, but it's a very heavy 30 caliber.
See you next
you guys.
Friday.